What's up? YouTube. This is definitely gonna go on YouTube. I'm live right now on Twitch, but I want to just put this out there. This ain't my video. This is it's a video I'm reacting to. This is Unwind with Tasha K. Explosive. This is something about Will Smith, best friend, saying he's done lying. He's done lying for him, and he's gonna expose Will Smith and all the stuff that I guess he has seen while he was hanging out with Will Smith. So let's get to it, y'all. Again, YouTube, not my video. I'm just reacting to it. So let's get to it. I'm gonna have to skip a couple things.
I had to try it.
I know. Drink. White women, Bilal. What is?
Okay, let me.
You heard that right? So we're gonna get into it because you ready? I'm ready too.
There's nothing that's off limit.
You heard that right? So we're on go now.
Okay.
Now you pronounce your name Bilal.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody call
Brother Bilal. What does that mean?
Bilal is first caller of prayer.
Okay, because you are Muslim.
Yes.
Okay, so you don't eat no pork.
I don't eat no
You
pork.
sleep with white women?
I have. I told you nothing's off limit. Listen, if we gonna talk, we gonna talk. Like we not playing no.
But you don't drink.
No, I don't drink.
And you don't do no drugs.
I don't do no drugs.
Okay.
But I've had the other meat.
Okay. And I was about to offer you some wine. So give me my glass. Give me my glass.
I had to try it.
I know. How was it?
It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me.
Listen,
it wasn't
Jamie
for me.
Foxx would have a lot to say.
Yes, it definitely
Don't you
wasn't
come
for
for
me.
his sisters like that.
Hey, listen, they can have those.
The white women, don't you come for his sisters.
Hey, listen, they can have it. I
And
tried
you know
it.
what? You know Jamie too.
Very well.
Oh my God! Listen, once we done with this Will Smith wine, I'm just gonna have to ask you a few questions about that.
See, Jamie see, as you know, I know hundreds of celebrities.
I know, yeah.
Just hundreds, right?
Yeah.
And we'll get into that too. It's just Will and Jada I got a problem. Then there's one other celebrity. This is off the record. If he have his people call me one more time and tell me I need to cool out, I'm coming back to your show and we going all in on this.
Okay.
We're going to have a whole...
But we ain't got to cut that because we don't know who he is.
Okay.
So listen, but we will.
Yeah.
Please keep calling him.
Yeah, if he
please.
keep calling, that's a whole show just on this clown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Wow.
Absolute clown.
So 40 years.
Yeah.
You've known Will Smith.
38 years.
38 years.
38 years.
That's like as long as I've known my sisters, my mama. So you guys, did you grow up together?
Yeah, so ironically in Philly, I worked in radio. I guest host on a radio show in Philly called The Rap Digest with Mimi Brown, Philly's best WDAS. Man, I'm getting
Okay,
I'm getting
I see that microphone in front of you.
Yes.
Okay.
I get fluid with it.
Okay.
And that's where I met Will. Because, during that time, in 87, 86, rap was emerging in Philly very much so. And, he used to come up to the station and, do interviews at that time. He had the Parents Just Don't Understand out. So he was popping, but, he wasn't a worldwide phenomenon. But an incident happened at the radio station where the guys who put out the record on Will before he made it big, one of the guys came up to the station to put pressure on him, basically to extort him. And he's been trying to extort him prior to that.
For what?
Well, he feels that he contributed to Will becoming a superstar by investing. You know Philly's a big Muslim town, is a big extortion town. So if you're not a gorilla, you're not gonna survive in Philly if you got money. You might as well pack it up and go. And I mean, it's a sad state of affairs. But anybody know that Philadelphia culture? You got to stand strong. You definitely got to stand strong.
I just know the culture of the food.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing, especially the African community there.
I want to go over there. I heard the Philly's pretty good. I kind of want to go. It's like New York. I heard New York pizza's real good, even though I've been to New York and they pizza hella good. So I heard Philly, Philly is, the Philly cheesesteak is hella good too. So maybe one day I can go over there and see what they talking about.
The West African community.
Yes.
For the Suya, all that stuff. Oh my God.
What you talking about?
What?
So, but Philly's a very dangerous place. Always been a very dangerous place. So that day it was 6 people in the studio. It was Mimi and I who actually hosted the show. It was the gangster and his friend, and it was Will and Charlie who ended up coming to the studio, and a guy that I call Charlie the Rat Mac now, but I'll get into that later. So they came in. It was about 20 people in the studio. The guy told everybody to leave. The guy he was with was brandishing a weapon. So everybody ran out the studio. There was about 20 people in there. At the time, Mimi said, but Bilal's going to stay in the studio with me. So they didn't say anything. And I knew this individual. He was Muslim, and he knew me to be Muslim. He didn't say anything. So I stayed there. So when Will and Charlie the Rat Mac came, that's when things took a terrible, terrible turn. So while Will was, on the microphone being interviewed, the guy was like, yeah, you better tell everybody how, this guy helped you out, put money up for you. Now you acting like you don't know anybody. So at the time, Charlie the Rat Mac was kind of his bodyguard, and, Will gave him a nod, and Charlie hit this guy so hard, like blood gushed out his eye. So it was like a blood scene in there. So the guy went down. He tried to get up. Charlie hit him again. Blood splatters again. And it's like a blood scene in there. So
Will Smith.
Yeah, well, no, Charlie Mack did.
Charlie Mack.
Will told him he
That's
gave
what
him,
I'm saying.
yeah,
Like a gangster?
Yeah. Well, it was the gangsters, I guess, enforcer. So they didn't do nothing. They knew not to do nothing to this particular guy. They knew that. But the enforcer guy got it.
So he had the protection of the streets.
Yeah. Pretty much so.
I don't know. Will Smith, cause he's like a cartoon rapper. He's not was he doing more hardcore rap back in the day? Or
no, he didn't do hardcore rap. That's what made him special. See, you can't do what everybody else does. Like, he stayed in his lane and became authentic to what, he had. But Will knew a lot of goons and a lot of gangsters. So
okay.
Will
just gave somebody the eye.
And Charlie.
And the person almost lost their eye.
Oh, so let me. Oh, this story's gonna be.
Yeah,
incredible.
Please. I'm sorry. I just had to.
Yeah. It's a lot to digest. We
got time.
Okay. I love that.
Go ahead.
So the guy's bleeding. There's blood everywhere. So I get up and I'm like, yo, y'all gotta get the fuck out. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I just want to be. Okay, I just want to be authentic to the conversation.
We don't give a fuck.
Okay. So I was like, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. So I'm telling Charlie, trying to get back at the guy. I'm in the middle. I'm grabbing Will out the chair, like, y'all gotta go. So as they're leaving, there's all these police, almost like SWAT units, coming to the radio station because the people that they told to leave and he was brandishing a gun must have called the police. So they locked down a whole radio station, and I told Mimi Brown, I said, listen, that guy tried to hit Charlie first, right? And she I said, yeah. I said, they're gonna come here and ask us a bunch of questions, and what I saw was this guy tried to hit Charlie, but Charlie connected first. And she said, cool. So essentially that, I lied for Will that day and Charlie the Rat Mac so they wouldn't go to jail. And that cemented me and...
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of things be happening in the station, right? The radio station, the studio station. Example, the thing that happened with Tupac and Biggie with that station. A lot of things be going in them stations, man. I don't know what be going on, but a lot of things be going in these stations.
Will's relationship as brothers, because we were already friends, but that is what brought us into brotherhood.
Okay. That's it. I'm still like...
And you can Google this too. You can go on and look at Will, and there was an APB out on Will. Not Charlie, but Will. So the police, the whole police force was looking for Will, and there's his mug shots and everything that's available.
How old was he at the time?
I think we seen that already. I think I seen an old mug shot of him before. Let me see real quick. Will Smith mug. I'll spell it right. mugshot. I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Right here. I think it was one of them. I said Will Smith from Brutal 1989 assault resurfaced. Okay. This probably right here. This right here.
I think Will was like 19, 20. We were young.
Yeah, he looked kind of young over here. He looked about. Yeah, he looked young.
Young. He probably was 19.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, at least we know, because I mean, the first time we saw him like really put his hands on somebody, we was just like, oh, that's kind of a bitch move, slapping somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't do it that day. He had Charlie the Rat Mac do it, but you know, it take a lot to get at nod because a lot come with it.
But I did see him when someone tried to kiss him.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. He was on a red carpet. Somebody tried to kiss him. I think he ended up slapping the shit out the guy too.
Yeah. He gave him a little.
And then I saw something different come out of Will that day. It was kind of like he grabbed the man by his, like the back of his neck, like, yo, like, you know, don't fucking do that. Like,
no matter what me and him are going through right now, right, and we're going through it, and we'll get into that. I'm not gonna take anything from him. Will fuck the average guy up. So I don't care who was on that stage. Will got hands, period. But he can't use them, of course. Yeah, he $500 million.
He's a chick.
Yeah.
He's a chick.
I mean, he probably do. I mean, I would probably agree that he do got hands. I mean, he played the movie Ali, so probably do got hands.
So it's just like, you know, when we worked on the movie Ali, I mean, you know, Will has professional boxing skills. You know, he didn't display him on that slap though. You know what I mean?
I forgot about that. Yeah, he did take a year to get in shape just for that role.
Yes, that was a year of training that, you know, I was there the whole step of the way. I assisted him on that movie. So that's one of the movies I did with him. Okay. And you know, his hands is just certified. So he got hands. So no matter how soft he may be or feminine, Will hurt you.
You said feminine.
Well, you know, he has feminine tendencies. I'm not saying nothing that is new.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's at the end of the day, it's like I'm not casting aspersions. It just is what it is. Right. You know, one thing I'm not going to do in none of these interviews as I promote the book and reveal a lot of things.
And your book is called Demonic Circle.
So yes, it's Will and Jada Smith.
Where's my copy?
Well, okay, so let's get into that. So the name of the book is Will and Jada Smith Demonic Circle.
Okay.
It was due to come out in December, but Will and Jada's team heard that I was putting out a book. Everybody knows if you Google, Jada book was supposed to come out in 2024. They heard my book was coming out, and there was a rush to get her book released before mine's.
Why do you think that is?
Because I have the information. This is the first time in history that someone from Will's Inner Circle was speaking. You don't have that. There's nobody from their inner circle with credibility that has ever said anything. Everything has always been speculation. Period. You can't name
and so you and Jada got smoke with each other, don't you?
Oh, we got this. Yeah, it's that lady has verbally abused me for a number of years. But at the end of the day, that's fine. Because, see, this is what we got to understand. When you're trying to reach new heights in life, right, and you're trying to go places, because what I represent is thought leadership, right? It's where I come from in Philly, people don't have any idea how hard it is. So when people see me doing my thing with celebrities or being with Will or doing this or doing that, that's possibilities. They look at me and say, I can do it. So as I move and groove, it ain't just for me. It ain't just for my family. It's for all my Muslim brothers and sisters back in Philly, knowing that if you apply yourself, educate yourself, and you willing to fight, you can go places, But when I already came, I was a street guy. So all the goons know me in the street and respected me. I respected them, and they gave me information, and they saw things within me that I didn't see in myself. So that gave me the strength to keep fighting to the point that I really didn't have to fight anymore because the reputation was there. So, yeah, I represent possibility. I want people to see me as my people in Philly and all across the world see me here with you. I want to let them know that it's possible for them to get right here, but it's no easy task. You got to educate. You got to be reading, writing, studying, traveling, and really sucking in uncommon information so that you can grow and that see, for me, I consider myself a beacon of light. Like, you looked at my Instagram, you see the hundreds of celebrities that, I've done business with, done things with. It is, people are attracted to light. Period. And at 55 years old, I still have my glow. I still have my light. I didn't let people like Jada defeat me. I didn't let other influences defeat me because I know what I represent. When people see me from where I come from, they rooting. And I'm telling them, keep fighting, keep educating yourself. Get on your knees, make that prayer, because work without prayer is ineffective and prayer without work is ineffective. So that is what I represent.
That's true. Work without prayer is ineffective. Again, he's a Muslim, so he's a Muslim, so I know they have different beliefs, and in God, I know they don't believe in the true. At least to my opinion, they don't. Well, not my opinion. To facts, they don't believe in the true living God, who is Jesus Christ. But yeah, I do. The Bible, what I believe, say, work without faith is dead, 100%. So yeah, I agree with him on that.
Possibility.
Well, thank you so much for clearing it up, because a lot of people gonna have a lot to say about this.
Oh no, we gonna get so deep.
Who needs it? You heard that famous saying. Now, I love it. I ain't got nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? You are the reason we're able to do what we do. But they're gonna say, who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
Well, let me address that, and that's a very good question.
Okay. So,
the answer to that question, during the latter years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. So I'm dealing with a person now.
Oh, wow.
Who's an enemy, right? It's not like, there's beef, right? Now, if I was doing this without any beef, then I shouldn't even be here, right? There's no purpose. Right. There's no purpose of being here.
So there's true smoke.
Oh, smoke. Oh, we gonna get it. It's okay. Smoke.
And so let's back up. And I'm glad. And towards the end of the interview, you know what I'm saying, I want you to explain that. You know what I'm saying, and throughout it as well. But I just kind of had to put that out there because we don't control like how people perceive any of the content here. Will, people either love them or they hate him, and people are really not fucking with Jada right now.
Absolutely.
Heavy.
Right.
So for you to come out and then you're saying, I don't fuck with this lady either. I got all the smoke for her, and that's the reason why you sitting here. Yep. You're here because you were in the circle. You saw a lot that was going on according to you, and you just want to clear it up. So it may kind of give that you are taking up for Will a little bit.
Well, at first I was. See, here's my thing.
Okay.
Will is complicit in Jada's behavior. See,
I agree. I agree.
It's like, if I have a problem with someone's wife, right? I'm not gonna go to their wife. I'm gonna go to the husband, and then we're gonna have a conversation like, "Yo, your wife is out of pocket, bro."
Yeah, that's how it should be. Respectfully, that's how it should be. I agree with him.
Like, she's doing this, and this, and. Let me just say this to make things.
But you know what? Will's ex-wife said that Jada was always out of pocket.
Oh, listen.
So she would call the house and Jada would answer the phone and, just all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So she's been the one that's always controlled who was around him.
Yes.
Who could talk to him.
Yes.
Who could get to him.
Yes.
And she didn't want him the entire time.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. She, like I tell people, you got to look at Jada's from Baltimore. Mother strung out on drugs, the prettiest girl in Baltimore. And, she's in a house with, no gas, no electric, no food. She's going to do what she got to do to survive, right? And I understand survival. So, she had to do a number of things. And I thought it, for me, it brought hatred. Like, she began to hate men for what they did to her in order for her to survive, right? That's because I've had intimate conversations with her, and I know a lot of guys, being in the street, they would come from Baltimore because we had narcotics in Philly that they didn't have other places. So they're gonna come to Philly and get the Percocets. They're gonna come get the pancakes and syrup. Like, it's just certain things. So I know a lot of them guys, but Jada's already famous out there for being the most prettiest girl out there. And rolling with the drug dealer. So all that talk about her being a drug dealer and all that's hyperbole. Like, you was the pretty chick. You know what that was about. You needed money. They wanted you around to use and abuse you. And then they'll throw you a little something. Period. It's the classic
So you
story.
said they was fucking Jada?
Of course, they was running through her.
Well, she did say she had a sex addiction.
Yeah. And see, and all these.
I ain't know that. Oh boy, I did not know that. She got a sex addiction. I ain't know that. So then they're not really running through you if you have a sex addiction. You want to get run through because you have a sex addiction. It's addiction. It's an addict. You're an addict. So it's not that you're getting ran through. It's just that you want to get ran through because you are an addict. Oh my gosh, it's like 40. It's 48 outside where I'm at. Crazy
things, and that's the point that I'm talking about. Like, she said she masturbated at 8. She was masturbating, so she, she was it's called hypersexual. Like, if you people drop things but don't go into detail. So it's like you got a hypersexual young woman who's the prettiest girl in Baltimore, one of the most talented, beauty pageants, all kind of stuff. And you're broke and don't have your no food in the refrigerator, your lights is out. You gonna do what you gotta do to survive. And I don't, I'm not trying to judge her for that part because I'm sure we all did things that we needed to do to survive. Even myself in the street, it's like, if I'm faced with certain adversity, it's self-preservation.
Nigga, what the hell did you do? What you did? Oh, shit.
I'm gonna walk out this house no matter what I got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get out. So that part is an understanding. But my thing is where she is now. You don't. But let me take it in steps because sometimes
It's okay. No, I was following you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you come from Baltimore, very talented, known as the most beautiful girl in Baltimore, and now you come to L.A. Well, just because you come to L.A., your sex addiction is not going to stop, right? The little drugs you're doing is not going to stop. Your hatred for men is not going to.
Be honest with you, it's gonna increase. It's gonna increase. Now you got this money, you got this power. It's gonna increase.
Stop. You thinking that you can use men for the come up, being beautiful is not going to stop. So when you get to L.A., you're going to utilize the only skill set you have is to offer your body and your beauty to a man.
Damn.
So we got to get into it from
Shots fired.
from a psychological aspect. So when she gets to Los Angeles, everybody's on her. Oh, this girl is beautiful. Oh, she hot. Da-da-da-da. So she gonna finesse her way to the top. Period. That's how she got to L.A. She had to suck and fuck her way there. So she gonna have to suck her fucking way because that's all she know. No man never.
Sorry for the language, y'all. I'm so sorry for the language. Don't let the kids watch this.
Imputed love. She's operating from survival. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's operating from a place of survival. So when she get to L.A. and these big actors and oh, you beautiful baby, she already know what to do. She knows they got money. She needs the money. They got access to movie directors, and listen, she gonna do what she got to do to get that access. Period.
And she got a $500 million access right now.
She got the big lick. She got the bigger, but like even my, like
Her and Marjorie Harvey need to write a book together.
I don't know if her
That's the
person.
book we need.
Yeah, because I'm thinking in the book, I'm thinking Jada going, drop names and like I said, she did what she had to do to get on top. Both men and women. She did, because that's the only thing.
But you know what's so funny? She said on the Red Table Talk, because I think her daughter was talking about having polyamorous relationships and stuff. And kids just don't come up with that. They're taught that. They've seen that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in formal marriage because of what they've been taught. They've kind of witnessed growing up. And like she said, she wasn't with women, and then all of a sudden, in the book, or in a recent interview, I was with women. And I'm like, Jada, you just be lying. She does not remember her lies.
Well, here's the thing.
Like her son in the shrooms.
Yeah, well, she's a dope fiend. Like let's just break it down, right? It's, you know, she have admitted to being addicted to drugs and prescription drugs, and she said that she moved to Hiawatha, right? Her and Will, to get off the prescription medicine because they feel that the herbal medicine was better. So within that, we gotta unpack it. We gotta hold on. You're saying you were addicted to prescription drugs. Well, how did you get these prescription drugs? And these are one of the things where me and her had an issue because she wanted me to put some prescriptions in my name for her. I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not doing that. So this lady's already admitted to being addicted.
But Lau, you brought the whole Nation of Islam with you today, didn't you? This shit finna rock.
You know?
The nation. She really, according to you, like she really tried to get you to put prescription pills
in her name. So here's
which pills? What were they? Percocet, Solmus, Valium, Adams.
Come on, you know she want them Perk 30s. Stop playing with me.
Okay.
So she's already admitted to being addicted to prescription drugs. Well, how do you give them? You admitted that. Here's the thing about me. I could take your information and use it as evidence. You admitted that. So if you're addicted to those, if they give you 90 pills, then you only got 90 pills. But if you're addicted to them, you're going to need more. How are you going to get more if you're addicted to them? And you live in a bubble. Her and Will live in a bubble. There has to be an enablers. There's no such. If you look at the culture in Hollywood, is an enabling crowd. So she could tell somebody else, "Oh, do this. Oh, I'm doing this because I'm with Jada." Nah, I'm not doing. I'm not getting Perk 30s. Come on now. What are we doing? But you have people around that will help facilitate that. Like that's weakness. Now I lose who I am as a person. I'll use my shine because, of course, she can't keep her mouth closed. Now everybody say, "Oh yeah, Brother Bilal, her source. He getting prescriptions for her." Now, what that make me?
A drug dealer.
Of course. So nobody can
that works for the Nation of Islam.
Well, I'm not in the nation. But so just so you know, I started in the Nation of Islam, and then I moved to a more Sunni traditional part. But I was in the Nation of Islam at a very young age.
It was a joke. It was.
I know, but I do want to definitely clarify that. And yes, I do have people that's downstairs. Yes.
Okay.
Without question, because like I say, when you have evidence, and as Muslim, and because I'm gonna drop a lot of bombshells. So as Muslims, we are prescribed to have receipts, right? Like I showed you some things before we even started. I won't do an interview unless I can show receipts. I will not do an interview unless I can share certain things from my arsenal, or I can provide reference to what I'm talking about. Because I still have to comply with the rules of my belief. And as Muslims, we are incumbent to have receipts. So what I'm saying is not speculative. This is real life stuff.
Okay. Now, Ooh, we just jumped right into some shit. Let's back up just a little bit. Okay. So Will has his goons knock a motherfucker out in your station, okay? You and Will get tight from that because you didn't snitch on him. You basically took up for him.
I lied.
You lied?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm going to call, listen, sister, I'm here because, and I shared this with you, and let me share it to your listeners, right? I have so many people that want to interview me right now, right? And for me, it's about making the decisions that I want to make to share my story. And I'm like a fan of yours, and I have love for you. Not the content stuff, but more so your fight, right? Like I know what you had to do to have the ability to sit in front of that microphone and have millions of people watch you.
Yeah.
Like I could feel your fight, and I believe that once you reach an apex in this, and you will be on top of this,
Thank you.
And I think that fight will turn to a fight of helping our people and helping other young sisters, because with fights. You know the days that you had severe pain. You know the days that you didn't want to keep going, but you had to keep going. And I think your story is going to be very aspiring. So that's why I'm here. And you know, and I know we don't have to say where from, but I was flown in internationally.
Yes.
I didn't charge you for this interview, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Thank
so
you.
once you reach that apex, I need you to help these young sisters that need that direction. I need you to help these young sisters to teach them what that fight is.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, like every day you ain't gonna want to get up. You ain't gonna want to keep fighting, but you got.
Well, preaching though. He preaching. That makes sense now. He makes sense on what he's saying.
You don't know nothing else. You gotta keep fighting.
Right.
It's either feast or famine. And when I look into your eyes and I see you talking and you battling different, whoo, I was like, this sister, she with it. Cause you ain't going back to where you came from. Let me put it like that.
It's the bloodline, though.
Okay.
You know, the ancestors remind me every day what my mission is.
Okay.
So I talk to them every day through prayers.
Okay.
And I think the more we,
She talked through the bloodline of prayers and ancestors. That's a cash money, no, but hey.
As a people connect with our ancestors, they teach us so much.
Okay.
About ourselves spiritually, physically, mentally. They can intuitively show you, what decisions need to be made. Even if you end up making a bad decision, they've tried to warn you, and so I just make sure I always stay grounded, never in any circles that I'm not supposed to be in. Okay. And if I'm supposed to...
somebody might say, well, I'm shaking my head. I'm shaking my head because... we're praying to dead. People rather pray to living God, who is Jesus Christ. Again, everybody got their own belief and what they believe in, but at the end of the day, choose the correct thing to believe in, because the wrong thing that you believe in will have you lost forever. And I ain't come here to preach. I just wanted to listen to this guy expose and tell and say what's going on in this celebrity lifestyle was, but. I'm gonna say this though. Make sure you choose the right thing to believe in. And the right thing to believe in is Jesus Christ and to live for Him. I'm trust me. I need all the help that I can get. But that's just the honest truth.
Supposed to be there, and I was supposed to be there for a reason,
Absolutely.
So thank you. I really do.
So that's why I flew in internationally.
Yes, you did.
I didn't charge you to do this interview.
And I didn't pay you either.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, so people
Absolutely.
be thinking I be paying. I'm like, I don't know. I want interviews to be authentic.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Well, most people are paying, so that's what what people understand.
And listen, we go through it all the time, and people be like, well, this person offered me this.
Yes.
I'm like, listen, come when you're ready.
Yep.
That's just how I am. I want authenticity, and I don't want high-end, theatrics just because there's a check and ball. I want you, and I want your heart, and it always punctures. It hits where it needs to hit. I feel like if you're paid for it, then it's gonna be an incentive there, and it's like, are we really getting the real story?
Nah.
So it's a moral thing. So
I love it.
But thank you. So you and Will Smith, y'all tight. Y'all tight like thieves now.
Right.
At what point, because I read his book, and he shared a lot in that book. Like I was shocked that he said, he thought about wanting to kill his dad.
That's true. That's true. That's
like
true.
pushing him down the steps, and he was in a wheelchair and everything for beating on his mom. Every day, and he saw that. He was so real in that book. So when Jada comes out with a book and I don't see that realness, it's kind of like, you still ain't telling the truth. And that white lady she interviewed with said, I feel like, you don't be telling the truth all the time. I said yes to that white bitch. Right. She called her a liar to her motherfucking face.
Well, see, this is what you don't understand. And I've worked, Will, I worked for one who was the biggest star in Hollywood as his assistant. So as it relates to Jada, they can't go too deep because they sign all kind of agreements prior to doing an interview. If Jada doesn't approve it, it can't come out. So they try to touch the lines of what they can say. But if I was interviewing Jada, I would be asking a lot of hard questions. I'm sure you would too.
Oh, of course.
But in the ones she set up, they're not asking the hard questions because the interview would be over and they couldn't even use the footage. See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta see when you're on the inside and you see how these big operations.
This remind me of the thing that happened. This remind me of the thing that happened with what's that rapper name? What is the rap? Travis. What's his name? What's the guy name? Travis Scott. This remind me when Travis Scott and his the little thing that he had going on with the little play that he had going on where when all them kids died and all his fans were passing away, and he sat there, he had like an interview with Charlamagne the God, and Charlamagne the God looked like he was just giving him easy, like he wasn't really giving nothing big. He was just the question he was asking him, the question that Charlamagne the God was asking Travis Scott was just like question that was like, I don't know. It just looked like they came from the team of Travis Scott. It was just weird. It was just weird. So I get what he's trying to say on that part about Jada Smith and certain questions you can ask them, because I've seen it on the Travis Scott with the Travis Scott issue of what happened to his in one of his tour that he had, one of his concert that he had, when all them people were passing away.
Work. Now I know I would have asked her, well, hey, you did XYZ. Well, you lied here. This is what you lied about. This, and that. Like, do you care to? They can't say that because the interview's over, and they can't use the footage. So they'd rather take the lies to get the views. And then once again, people are now confused. This is, man, this.
It's just the more she speaks, the more confused we get,
Well, the more lies she tells, the more listen, you ain't got to say it. I'll say it for you.
You can't remember your lies. Like, is it your son that introduced you to shrooms, or you introduced your son to shrooms? Which one was it?
And I'm not gonna lie, the son is gone. Jada, what's his name? His name Jaden. Jada Smith. His name is. That little boy is gone. That dude is gone. Like, every time I see him, he's always on some weird stuff. Just the other time, I think I was watching him on Instagram. He had these big clothes. He was sagging his pants. Kid is gone, bro. Kid is gone. See if I can find him. Kid is gone. I'm talking about he is gone. This kid is. He's gone, bro. The man had on these big pants. Dude was looking crazy, man. It's just Jada Smith wearing big clothes. That dude had on some big clothes. What was it? He had on these big clothes. Then he came. Well, I don't know. Then he came with this. He had this on his head. I don't know what. Like, who made him wear this? Like, who told him to wear that? Just talking about the kid is gone, bro. Full blown gone. Kid is gone, bro.
And to me, as a parent, you have no business saying your son introduced you to no motherfucking psychedelics. Like, come on.
Right.
Like, you the fucking parent.
Right.
It's just, and I feel like she's trying to blur lines and make shit acceptable, because I feel in my.
And that's the reason why I have no respect for Will Smith. I mean, your life is, your wife is ruining your life. Your wife is ruining your kid's life. You're just sitting there in the background while she destroy everybody's life. Why she destroy her life, your kid's life, your life, hit her life. Everybody's life is getting destroyed, and you as the man are just standing in the background and just letting it happen. And to me, I can't respect Will Smith. It's hard for me to even watch his movies, because it's like, yo, you not. In my eyes, I don't look at him as a man. I can't.
In my opinion, she still dwells in a lot of that shit. She still lives that life.
Of course. What are you talking about? She's in that bubble. Man, you gotta... Man, see, you never been to the house before, but this thing is an estate. So, I mean, you... Whatever you want, you work for $500 million, and the world is at your feet, and people, you want to be worshipped, You got the
and sometimes I look at money. Money. This is a saying that I came up with. Money can be a blessing and a curse, meaning that, man, sometimes money can be the blessing to a point where if you was a guy who was poor and you were poor but you still like to give and you still like to work hard, it's a blessing because now you got this money and you know how to maneuver it. You know how to still be true to yourself. Now if you had no money, but you was already evil, you was already a wicked person, you was already a pedophile, a sexual deviant person. Now you got $1 billion, you become worse. You become 10 times worse. And I feel like money could be a blessing and a curse, and depend on who you are in your who you are in your lifestyle. Just yeah.
Kind of money to do that. You want drugs, you gonna get it. You want men, you gonna get it. You want women, you gonna get it.
And that's the same thing with the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett thing. Is like I'm gonna use Jada Pinkett for a minute. Jada Pinkett supposedly by what this guy's saying. This woman was on drugs. She was already a sex addict, and now she have $1 billion. Now she have all this money. She's gonna become worse. She's gonna want more drug. She's gonna want more sex, and it's just gonna just pile up until it end up killing her. Just be honest with you, if she doesn't change.
After a while, you need excitement. She's searching for something. This is a sick woman that's searching for something, but has a man behind her that's complicit in all her acts because she's holding things over Will's head.
And that's the reason why I can't respect Will, because I'm like, yo, this is your wife. Man, you should be stumping on this woman. I say stump. I mean, you should be putting your feet down like, hey, we ain't doing none of that. But he doesn't. He doesn't do that. She runs this. This man remind me of the story of Jezebel and what's the other? It's Jezebel and the guy who was king. Jezebel ran that dude. He was a weak king, and Jezebel ran him. And that's how I feel. I feel like Jada Smith is Jezebel, and he's that king, and he just getting ran by Jezebel, who is Jada Pinkett. And I can't respect him, bro. His kids are on drugs. His kids look crazy. He's not standing up as a man to handle his business. Like this, cause every time I see Jada Smith, the guy look like he's damn near look like he's on a verge of suicide. He just doesn't look normal.
So Will feel he has to be complicit.
What type of things is she holding over Will's head? Like, from the time you met Will was straight, right?
As far as I know, yes.
As far as you know,
yes.
Heterosexual.
Yes, he ran through a lot of beautiful women in Philly. Okay. Beautiful, absolutely.
So you was around when he met his first wife?
Yes, well, I didn't live in L.A., but I met Cherie because I would come to California quite often. And when I would come to I met Cherie. So, yeah.
Will Smith first wife. I don't know who's his first wife. Will Smith. First wife. Who's his first wife? Okay, Sharia. Okay. This is his first wife. Let me view the image a little bit. My bad, y'all can't see it. Oh shoot, y'all can y'all see it? This is first wife. Y'all see it? Okay. Beautiful girl.
Yeah, I was around before they had Trey and everything, and she would be hanging, around at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air set.
Okay. So, is it, in your opinion, do you feel like Jada intentionally took Will from Sheree, or were they truly having problems?
Well, of course they were having problems, but once again, Jada was the woman that everybody wanted, and Will needed that validation to have that type of woman. Although Cherie was beautiful.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah.
But Cherie wasn't doing no movies. All the big guys in Hollywood wasn't trying to, celebrities weren't trying to get at.
And who popped first? Will Smith or who had their first movie? Will Smith or Jada Pinkett? Let me see. Let me Google this. Who had their first movies? Let me get this kid out of here. Who had their first movie? Will Smith or Jada Pinkett? Whatever her name is. Will Smith had his first movie role in 1992, starting. Oh my gosh, hold up, y'all. Starting where the day take you. Jada Pinkett made her film debut in 1993 with Menace to Society. Oh, okay, now we understand. So Will Smith made his first movie. So then that mean they already were dating each other then. So hold on, let me see something. When did Jada Pinkett and Will Smith started dating? When did Will Smith and Jada Pinkett started dating? They met in 1994 when Jada auditioned on the role of the Fresh Prince. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Should I make this a little smaller? Hold up. Let me make this wider, y'all. I apologize. They met in 1994 when Jada auditioned for a role in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the show with Smith. The couple married on December 31st, 1997. Okay, so they met in 1994. Oh, I'm confused. Will Smith. Oh, they met in 1984, but they said Will Smith and Jada Pinkett began dating in 1995, but they met in 1994. Okay, that's weird, but okay. I bet y'all.
At her, it was Jada. So Will was like, "Oh, I got to have that. He gotta have that's
so
validation."
it was Will the one that stepped out of his marriage. What Jada didn't really have to do anything. But be herself.
Yeah, I mean, they were already going through it because there were some alleged things that said that Cherie caught Will in bed with Benny Medina. So
Who?
Yeah, Benny Medina. Benny Medina is who the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is based off, and he's a big talent manager. He had J-Lo, Puffy, a bunch of other. He had Will at one point, and he's a known homosexual as well. And
what the freak? So that means Will Smith was already gay before he even made it big.
He presents that. So, yeah.
Did you ever talk to Sheree about that to get confirmation?
Well, I didn't need confirmation because, I saw the interaction between Will and Benny Medina. So it's a funny
What
story.
was there?
Who's Benny Medina? I'm finna start searching everybody. Who is Benny Medina? Is it Mendina? Mendina. I don't know if I'm spelling this person right, man. Who is Benny Medina to Jennifer Lopez? I don't know who that is. But let's see. Maybe this is the guy they talking about. Benny Medina is a key figure in Jennifer's career. Cool. Let me see the image. I don't care about all the other stuff. This Benny Medina? What the freak? So this is Benny Medina? That's crazy. Okay, let me see. Who is Benny Medina to Will Smith? Benny what dated Will Smith? What the freak y'all talking about? Oh wow. So they know each other somehow. What did it say dated? Well, they know each other somehow. Let's keep it moving.
Interaction.
So this is crazy. So now here's the scene. I'm coming from Philly, the streets of Philly, but I'm coming back and forth to Los Angeles, right?
Okay.
So their entertainment culture is
Keep
different.
talking. Yeah, I know you don't drink.
No.
I'm gonna drink for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And so I'm hanging out at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know, as I do when I go out there. And, you know, I'm in Will's dressing room. There's a bunch of guys from Philly or whatever the case may be. And, you know, Benny Medina hollers down the hall, Will, I'm going to come see you in a minute. So, you know, so he comes up there in a few minutes and he pokes his lips out like he's going to kiss Will, right? And I'm like, oh man, I gotta beat the shit out of this dude. Do we pack him? Like, all right, well, I'll just wait because I'm, you know, I don't know this culture, right? And Will kissed this guy on the lips
In front of you.
Man, talking about all that. I remember, man. Maybe I can find it. I remember when Jada Smith. Took what's his name? Took Bieber. Took Bieber and he started like the nigga started humping the back of. Maybe I can find it, bro. It was crazy. I was like, what the freak is that? It was Jada Smith and Bieber. Maybe I can find it. I don't know if I can find it, but let me see. Hold up. Goodness sake, bro. Let me see. Maybe I can find it. Jada Smith with Bieber. If I'm spelling this guy, I don't know Bieber. I might not be spelling this guy wrong name right, but man, I might not be spelling this guy name right. Bieber. Man, what was he doing? That nigga did some funny, weird stuff. I was like, what the freak? Gentleman with Bieber. He grabbed the man from the back. Grabbing from the back. Oh, right there. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it, bro. It was unheard of, bro. I was like, what the freak is this? I was like, what these niggas doing? Bro, he grabbed him from the back. Yo, damn it, man. I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to grab this up. Okay, right there. See what's going on? He grabbed the man from the back, bro. Started humping. He humped him. He humped him from the back. Then he kissed him in the cheek. It was unheard of. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Maybe I can get this. Can I get the video? Probably. Let me see if I can get the video. Maybe I can get the video. I was like, what the freak is this? Is this normal? What these niggas do down over there? Maybe, hold on. Give me a second. Can I find a video? Let me see if I can find a video. Maybe this is right here. Maybe I can watch it. Weird, right? Let's go back again. Let's go back again. Weird stuff, man. He went from the man back and just like, bro. Hey, I'm like, what the hell going on over here? Go crazy. Let's get back down there.
In front of everybody. Nobody does nothing. And I'm like, no, I'm just thinking, I'm like a deer with the headlights. I'm like, did y'all just see that? And where I'm from, you know, that's not common. Maybe out in California it is. So it's a cultural
And Ben, he white, right?
I know. Benny Medina's black, but he's a very light, fair skinned.
Okay, I always thought he was white.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Benny Medina is definitely.
And so you saw him with your own eyes.
With my own eyes.
Was it a pucker?
Yeah, of course it was a kiss. I wasn't with no long romantic movie kiss.
It be like that in Hollywood. I guess it's like, I guess that's how they salute people back in. I guess that's how they do it in Hollywood. It's like, yo, I don't know. Maybe that's how they do it. Is that how they do it? I don't know. I'm not a Hollywood person, so I don't know. Like, I never seen that real. Like, I never seen another dude kissing another dude. Like, you feel me? Not in the mouth.
Kiss, but he kissed that man, and I'm like, nobody. Now this is before I worked with Will.
Okay, you were just coming back and forth.
I was coming back. You know, Will.
He was married to his first wife,
Cherie, but talking to Jada. But at this time, it's like,
I'm down on my luck, she's turning a page. I'm falling in love, she's running away.
Like, it's just weird. It's hard. It's hard to explain. But now with the knowledge and information I have, because what I did in the book was to pull more research, was I hired 2 private investigator firms. Right?
Okay.
To find out a lot of the allegations that were made towards people in Will's circle.
Okay.
Right? And as we get into the interview, I'll start to give you real examples,
okay,
of how that goes. But seeing that, I said, wow. And I just didn't know how to take it coming from Philly and seeing something like that. But with my knowledge of now over having 30 years in the business, it's like, okay, this is the grooming. This is how the grooming starts. I didn't know that back then. But now, you know,
it's a step. We ain't gonna go too far with it, but we're gonna just play around with it little by little. So I take it back. So Will Smith was really never gay until he supposedly, allegedly, by what I'm hearing, he was never gay until he really jumped into Hollywood and he became, well, I guess, bisexual. Or unless sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes unless he was already that and he was just hiding that could be it too.
And spend decades in L. I'm like, yo.
And the reason why I say that is because, yo, I'm like, man, I don't give a freak, bro. I'm not into dudes. So hey, ain't no dude. I'm not walking around kissing no dude in the motherfucking mouth. Ain't my brother, ain't my father, ain't nobody. Ain't nothing that's not happening. So you can't turn me to be something that I know that I look at as foul. You know, it's just me.
They was grooming him all this time. So after that becomes 6 degrees of separation. And we can get into that a little bit. You know, Will plays
that movie was crazy.
But
I never watched that movie, but supposedly it's a true story. But that movie was crazy. I think so. That wasn't his first movie, then, was it? Because they said that was his first movie.
You got to look at how Will prepared for the movie. So he admits to watching a lot of gay porn to learn how to kiss a man, to learn feminine attributes, right? So I find that bizarre. They flew him out to Europe to watch live sex shows, right? And I'm like, yo, this, like, I'm from Philly, so I'm just like,
yeah.
This is he's going in. He's, in his mind, he has to know how a gay man interacts with people, talking, mannerisms, getting ready for a love scene with another man. I'm like, why are you, like, in my mind, I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, why, you have a successful TV show. Why go to playing a gay man? And why go to the extremes? Because anybody know Will, when he puts his mind to something, every character, he goes in solid. You watching gay porn, you're going to live sex shows.
So that means he had to get aroused by watching
Yeah, that's what. And we end up finding that became, I believe, that became his addiction to men. That was the addiction to men, because he was in a safe environment, right? And they made that environment safe for him, so whoever he was, he could now become. And that.
So he was already that. So he was already that person. At least because. First of all, I mean, okay, listen, man. People watch porn. It is what it is. But it shouldn't feel comfortable to be watching 2 men go at it. You You understand? It shouldn't. You understand? It's I understand people watch porn. I understand people got they battles, whatever it is with porn and whatever it is. But watching two men go at it shouldn't be something that's something that should be like, okay, let me flip out of it, or let me just not watch porn. Period. That's the whole thing. Shouldn't be watching porn. Period. But it become a little disgusting when. Not disgusting. I'm taking it back. It becomes a little foul when it's like, okay, well, now it becomes a little foul. I'm messing up my word. What I'm trying to say then, I guess you was already that person. At some point, that means you was already this person. You was already kind of like dudes. You just didn't want to go too far into it because the people you hanged out with wasn't those type of people. But as you met the right people who was really into those things, you kind of unleashed a little bit and be like, okay, I can be myself. And I think that's what happened. I feel like he was probably already bi. He already liked dudes, but he couldn't do it around him. He couldn't do it around him. He couldn't do it around the other people he was with. So when he got around the other people, the white boys or whoever they were, and he was like, okay, I can become this person now. He just, he kind of just let his guard down and became who he truly was, and that's bisexual. I like girls and I like boys. So
that created a monster. So I just want to give people a psychological, the psychological aspect of this. If you're playing a gay man and they're putting millions and millions of dollars into making a film, they're gonna make sure that you're training and you're preparing for this movie. You're gonna have to be in a circumference of homosexuality.
Yeah, you're gonna have to become this person. These actors, you have to become this person. You have to become this demon. And excuse me, and that's exactly what he became. He became this person to be good in this movie that he created, The Second Degree. Or the degree of second degree of separation. I believe that's the name of the movie.
Period. I'm talking about for months.
And you know what's so funny? I've never seen 6 Degrees Separation. I've never seen it. Probably because how old was I when that movie came out? I can't remember. But my family, they didn't allow us to watch any like sex scenes and stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And I thank my family for that because when you have access to like sex scenes and stuff, it plugs into
your mind as a kid. It mess you up, bro. It mess you up. No way should a kid. Definitely when a kid, they can easily soak things like this. So there's no way a kid should be watching sex scenes and watching those things. I remember all the late night porns of HBO, of Showtime. I remember all the movies that I used to watch when it was Comcast back then and on demand. I remember everything. So if you're a father or mother or parent, sex scenes should not be seen around kids. Should not be seen around kids, and not when they 6, 8, 9. They shouldn't be seeing those things until maybe, I don't know, high school. Because you don't want to pollute their brain. And that's how some kids become polluted, because they started out very young. Some kids started off looking at pornography at 8 years old, 6, 7, and they were introduced to sex around that age, 8, 7, and it polluted them, and it created a monster out of them, or create a demon out of them, and I definitely agree with that. Keep your kids away from the sex things, the sex movies, until they're like at a good age, and I said maybe high school. Because you really can't hide that from anybody, but you could try to make sure that you put it in a way that's you could try to raise them in a good way, if that makes sense.
The psyche in ways that you can't get it out. You'll always remember that visual sexually, and if it aroused you when you was a kid, it's gonna arouse you when you're an adult. And so I'm so glad that my parents made me close my eyes, or and do stuff like that, so I wouldn't be exposed to any of that. So
that's heavy. That's heavy. So that right there cemented Will, and to I believe, being bisexual, which I know he's bisexual. I showed you a couple of things.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I got proof. I'm not, like I said, once again, I'm Muslim. I cannot say that this man is bisexual. And then I've saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
Dwayne Martin. Who that? Who is Dwayne Martin? Dwayne Martin. For goodness sake. Oh, wow. 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 Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Then he played the show One of Us or One on One or whatever it was called? It's crazy.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is co-producer. The fast.
Okay.
I can give you the story. I can unpack it if
Please
you like.
unpack it. I had to unpack just that because, there's been rumors. And, of course, like I said, Tisha Campbell.
Good friend of mine. My sister.
Didn't even know that, Will owned her house with her husband.
Yes.
So you walked in.
So
tell me how you came to know all of this, please.
So here's the thing. So me working with Will for a number of years and on a number of movies, right? I went to do my own thing, and so I was no longer working with Will, but it wasn't like we were at odds, though. Like, it was nothing bad. He gave me money to start my business. Like, there was a exit. It was an exit plan that came with money. And I still had access because it wasn't nothing nefarious the way that I left. So it wasn't like it was a bad thing. So I'm doing my thing, and I'm into the product placement, celebrity product placement. So just to unpack that a little bit, that brands pay me money to get their product to celebrities.
Okay.
And I make money when these celebrities wear the product, they take a picture or do a video.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. I just wanted to explain to the people, because they like, hey, what is that? So essentially, it's a relationship-driven business. And then, if you look at my Instagram page, there are hundreds of celebrities and influencers that, I do this with. And that's based on relationships. Once again, it goes like I told you. When I work with Will, my thing was to always be that beacon of light, always giving people great salutations when I see them, always sharing kind words with them, always knowing that, I respect you no matter if you're cooking food or you're picking up the trash. So that's from top to bottom. And Will would always tell me that as you work for me, you have to build your own relationships because you won't be working for me forever. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm flying on private jets. I'm staying at 5-star and above hotels. I'm getting like, my life is grand. I'm like, I don't want to leave this. But that's me just beginning. As you become somebody's assistant, after a while, it's just like, okay, now I have to find out who I am because my life became Will's life when he did movies. So, as an example, when you're on a movie set, we're there 14 hours a day. But for myself, I'm there 2 hours before Will to make sure that everything's in place. So that gives me a 16-hour day, Then I'm there an hour after Will's leaves to prep for the next day. So that gives me a 17-hour day. So I got to go home, sleep, do what I got to do, but my phone's ringing all through the night because it's fluid. There might be a screen. There might be a change in the scenes. The director might want to meet with Will. The producer might want to meet with Will. So I'm there 2 hours early. It's a lot of work. It takes dedication to be an assistant of one of the number one actors in the world. So it's like I didn't have a life, but I was cool with that because I know that I was saving my money.
How much was he paying you?
He paid me well. he paid, like, I can't say that he didn't. No, it wasn't like I was making a lot of money, but you don't have to spend money when you with Will. That's
Okay,
the
so you
thing.
got to save your money.
You get to save every.
I know that's how my little team be feeling around here
Yeah.
with me. They like, long as we with Tasha,
Right, and that's the
I'm
thing.
gonna start cutting y'all niggas off. You know what I'm saying? For real. Cause I be like, why they sitting there? But you know what I do now? I got this thing that I do.
Okay.
So when we go out, I tell them, I'm like, I'm not paying for nothing. You know, even though we're working.
Right.
Right?
I'm gonna be back, y'all. I'm be back. Give me something to drink real quick. I'll be back.
We're working. I be like, I'm not paying for nothing. So they order according to their budget.
Right.
And then at the end,
Right.
they don't know if I'm paying or they paying, but they ordered as if it was their pocket.
Right.
Got 'em.
Well, Will's a little different.
It's that psychology I played on them.
Listen,
Look.
Will's a little bit different. Will wants you to enjoy the perks of him being the number one actor in the world, but he demands that your work ethic be above average. Period. He's laughing, joking, and all that kind of stuff. But one thing about me, my focus and my drive is so I'll work everybody. Period. I wasn't the most talented guy when I got there, but when Will, called me from Philly and I came out there and he told me, he wanted me to stay and so forth and so on. I said, okay, I could do this because he said in Philly, you're Will in a fish tank. He said, you got to come out here so that you can grow exponentially. And I found out to be quite profound that he saw something within myself that I didn't see in myself. And that made me really come out there and want to learn to work 10 times harder than everybody else. And when I got there, I didn't just start working. I shadowed Will for for a long time, just traveling with him, seeing how things work. He told me to put in my mind, if I was in that position, what would I do? How will I handle these things? And we would talk about that. And, then I would go to movie sets that I wasn't even working on, and I would talk to the people in the hundreds of departments and find out the inner workings of how my day-to-day would be. It's a lot. It's like, it ain't like, oh, I need some mustard for my hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No, I get it. I've
right.
been on
It's-
production sets.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff like
you
that.
know,
Yeah,
and you gotta imagine everything that's
Yeah.
going through me. I'm the point of contact for Will. So I'm getting.
You're getting it from all angles.
I'm getting it from all angles.
Now, what angle did you get when you saw, according to you, Will Smith and Dwayne Wade in bed? Tell me about Dwayne Martin.
Dwayne Martin.
Well, Dwayne Wade next,
Okay.
allegedly.
Okay.
I always get them mixed up. I be
Okay.
doing that in my show.
I saw that on one of the videos I watched, and you had to. Let me put this. He's like, let me, because I was like Dwayne Wade, and I'm really good friends with Gabby. He liked that. I
I'm
never
wear
thought.
some dresses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
He grooming his son right now, so listen. And I don't know too many heterosexual men as out here grooming their sons. But that's Hollywood for you.
Okay.
Again, no disrespect. That's another person, Dwayne Wade. His wife. I forgot his wife's name, but she's a famous actor. She's in control of all that. She's in control of that little. She's in control of everything that's going on in the house. Allegedly, you can just look at it and be like, well, that Dwayne Wade is not. Again, a masculine man that say no, we're not doing that over here. It look like anything his wife say, he just go with it. It just looks soft. Like I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say I'm another person I could look at and say he looked very more like his wife. His wife control everything. She just ain't going too deep. Well, she has been going deep and disrespecting the marriage. What's that boy name? The guy that played for Golden State, man. What's his freaking name? What's that man's name, man? His wife been disrespecting him. Again, you can look at them and be like, these niggas look soft. They look like they're not stepping in a way where they like, hey, you're going to respect us and respect this marriage. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to take control over here and ruin things. They just look like weak mans. My opinion, they look like weak mans, man. Like, it's just, they look weak. They look weak. I'm not saying they're not good fathers. I'm not saying nothing like that. Well, I'm definitely not. Well, Will Smith looked something different to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. That nigga look something not right with that man. But it just look weak mans to me. just weak mans and their wife is full effect and take control over their whole life, even their kids' life. Like, I look at it, I'm like, yo, for Dwayne Wade, I'm like, yo, there's no way. If she had a kid, I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't let her boy run around and do that type of stuff. Since that's not her kid and that's her stepson, she really don't care. At least that's how I look at it.
Okay.
Tell me about the day you woke up and you saw Will Smith and Dwayne Martin in bed. Now, were they both married at the time? Weren't divorced?
Of course.
Okay.
So, Will called me and said, hey, Jada and I produced, so Will, I strike that. One of Will's team members called me and said, Will and Jada are producing a show called All of Us. And Will and once
that's the name of the show, All of Us, not One-on-One. I'm tripping. It was called All of Us. I never knew the show for All of Us is a show about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Never knew that, because I remember back then, it used to be in WB. It used to call WB back then, and I remember they used to come up. I never watched it because I never really liked it. What's the name? I believe Lisa Ray played it. Lisa Ray played as I guess as Jada Pinkett in a way, but again, I never really watched it. They also had that little boy, so yeah.
You to come hold them down on the show. He's not going to be there every day. Will and Jada's not going to be on the show every day. So as soon as I heard Jada name, I was like, no, I'm not interested. You see what I do in my Instagram? I'm getting it.
Mm-hmm.
What I look like going to work on the WB show, right? I'm getting it, right?
Okay.
I'm having it my way. So I said, tell Will, thank you. I really appreciate, because you got to keep the peace. I really appreciate this opportunity, but that's not for me. So I get a call back in probably 7 minutes. The girl Janice said he wasn't asking.
Oh.
So I said, damn. So I gotta stop everything I'm doing, of course. So I was like, all right, cool. So she told me, to go to CBS Radford Studio, gave me all the information. I see Will there, and he tells me, and I found strange. He said, listen, I'm not going to be on set every day, but we're producing this show, Jada and I. He said, I need you to hold Dwayne Martin down how you held me down for so many years. I'm like, what? Like, in my mind, I'm like, why do you need me to hold Dwayne Martin down on this little ass TV show?
Yeah, like, don't he got a wife?
Right. Well, just holding down, making sure he is day to day, right? And I'm just,
So he basically wanted you to be his assistant. Like how you were to him.
Yes, absolutely.
For a TV show.
For a TV show.
Because that's all he had going on. He had no movies or nothing.
No, but Will and Jada are producing the show. But I'm gonna get to. It wasn't about me holding him down so that he can, work at his apex. It was, he had me spying basically on Dwayne Martin because they were having a spat because Dwayne was messing with Lisa Ray's husband. I don't even notice at the time. I'm doing my product placement stuff.
That's crazy because Lisa Ray was the husband of Dwayne Martin on the show of All of Us. So that's crazy. What the hell? So that's crazy. So let me get this right. So Dwayne Martin is banging Lisa Ray, and he's banging the husband too. Supposedly, allegedly.
That's why Lisa keeps saying Dwayne Martin took my husband in her interviews.
Yes.
Because she is still mad about that to this day. Dwayne Martin took my husband.
Yes. So what?
Lisa.
Yeah. That was.
And I read in between the lines because I was like, why is she saying it like that? What do you mean Dwayne Martin took your husband? Baby, if he took your husband, he didn't want you. He wanted the dick.
Well,
So they would take him on guys' trips and it would be orgies and stuff.
No, I never seen any of that with Lisa Ray husband. I'm gonna tell you what I did see. So I did see Dwayne and him going out with a lot of beautiful women, hanging out, partying. Sometime I would set things up because this guy, I guess, was supposed to be a big shot, some type of ambassador or something, whatever he was.
Yeah, he was like an African country or something.
Okay,
I
don't even. It's not
he
even.
was a light skinned nigga.
You know, so you know it was
Who's
just
Lisa,
crazy.
who's Lisa Ray husband? Let me see this. Lisa Ray husband. Lisa Ray husband. This her husband? I'm guessing this is her husband right here. Oh, he's the Prime Minister of Turks and Caicos and recently shared. What's up, man? Oh, this nigga gay? It's Ray, huh? Motherfucker fine. They ain't got no kids. And if y'all didn't know, Lisa Ray got a sister. Was it Barbie? No, what's her sister name? Brat. She gay, but that's her sister.
You know, I would go ahead of time, like they used to go to the Firefox, and you know, I would pay the valet guy $300 to make sure they can put their cars out front, and you know, I would go find out to the manager, tell him, hey, I got, you know,
all this on a TV show salary.
Listen, see, here's the thing.
Because TV actors don't get paid like that.
Well, you know, this is Will's lover. Dwayne got money. Come on, are you kidding me? You know, you gotta look at. He bought his house for him. He bailed him out of bankruptcy. Will had got subpoenaed by the FBI. Dwayne was about to go to jail for embezzling money, for hiding money in the bankruptcy with Tisha. So I want to see. It's a lot to see. It's so much.
You know, that's crazy. That's what money can get you. So this man was supposed to be spending time in prison, but because Will Smith got all this money, he saved him. He got him out of there. Boy, money could do a lot of things for somebody, boy. I'm telling you.
To unpack. That's why.
Well, we have nothing but time.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll have me back in 3 weeks as I do more interviews and I share more things, because it's so much. No,
well, go ahead. We're here now. Let's talk about today.
So you know, I would go and give money to, you know, the manager and say, hey, I need 2 girls at the table. So if any of our guests need anything, you know, we can just basically snap our fingers and it's there. And so, you know, then this is the all thing about being a great high-level assistant. You got to know how to cater to egos. Mm-hmm. So when everybody pulls up, they can park their car. They come in. There's already food on the table. You got tubes. So I keep myself relevant. Like, you know, the average person is not thinking like this, but working on with Will, your level of intellect and your level of discernment is much higher than the average person because you're functioning in a high-functioning environment. So when I come to do something, I'm doing it like I'm going to do it with Will, you know? So if that was Will coming, all these things would be done in this restaurant.
That's what he asked you to do.
Right.
So they come to the club. They out with all types of women.
Yeah.
Tisha's at home with the kids.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Being a good wife.
All
right. So, you know, you see things, you know, and I didn't see them two having sex, but of course, you know.
Tisha is the little light skinned female from Martin, if y'all didn't know. So Tisha Campbell is her from Martin. So Tisha Campbell and Dwayne Martin, I guess, were married. Remember, Martin Lawrence wanted Tisha Campbell supposedly, allegedly, and but she ended up being with Dwayne Martin. It's so weird, right? Dwayne Martin, Martin Lawrence, a bunch of weird names. I don't know what's going on in Hollywood.
you know, that
You're talking about Lisa Ray's husband and Dwayne.
and Dwayne, yes.
Okay, you didn't see them having sex.
No, I didn't
But
see
Lisa
them.
did get on the internet and say he took her husband.
Well, I know one of the girls, what she said, she, you know, that, you know,
Oh, I take it back. Bro, not gay. Just I guess supposedly. I don't know why he keeps saying man, allegedly not gay. I don't know.
there was an orgy, you know, and I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to get into speculation.
Right.
Right. I don't see that's me.
So how did you get to Will Smith and Dwayne?
So
More
let me
than
tell you. So, Will did an episode of the show called All of Us, where he ironically plays Lisa Ray's love interest.
Okay.
And he starred on the show a few times. So of course he's there, and I have to take care of him. So meaning that production knows when Will come, everything should go through me. And he's wearing two hats. He's acting on this show, and he's executive producer. So we have a lunch break, and normally lunch break is never interrupted, but by Will wearing a producer hat, they say, hey, B, we need to get Will to break lunch for 15 minutes to come look at the next shot. He's a producer in the shot, not the actor. So I'm like, okay, we already know, and if you don't know, Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too. So I had the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie, and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. And I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is... Yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie, and they're calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. And I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find this. Like, this is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Introducing Prop Money Inc.'s new Real Aged. This isn't your typical prop money you've seen from us over the years.
Let me process that for a second.
That is crazy. So when he opened the door, Dwayne Wade is hitting Will Smith from the back. He's tearing up his little booty hole. He's tearing it up, destroying it, breaking the inside, destroying the guts. Damage the soft part where you couldn't keep your vows. Destroying it, man. He's killing it. R.I.P.
Who was on top?
Booty
It
hole.
wasn't a top. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him, murder, like.
Nigga said he was killing him. He was murdering. That nigga said he was murdering him. Hold up, go back.
Who was on top?
It wasn't a top. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him, murder, like murder. It was murder in there.
Okay. What did you do?
I froze. What did you, see, I'm not used to seeing. Listen, it's traumatizing. I've never seen it. I don't watch.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd be traumatized too. Like, oh, like I probably freeze. Like, what the freak? I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't freeze. Maybe I try to sneak away. Like, try to shoot. But then I freeze, and it probably would shock me too. Like, what in the smoking crack did I just see?
Gay porn. You know, I never seen a man fucking another man.
Will Smith was bent over.
And Dwayne was killing him.
Condom?
I don't know. I don't.
You didn't look that
No,
close.
listen, even when I was with the deer and headlights, and I finally said, "Oh shit," and they turned around and said, "Close the fucking door," right? So I backed out, and they turned around and said, "Close the fucking door," right? So I backed out the door. I'm not going in there. Fuck no, I ain't going up in there.
That nigga said, I'm not going in there. Oh my gosh.
I back out the door, lock the door, I leave, right? So now I'm off of walkie-talkie, everything. So it's chaos on the set. Nobody can get in touch with Will. Nobody can get in touch with me. So I said, all right, I gotta leave. Then I said, do I leave or do I stay? So I said, you know what, I'm gonna stay, but my position is I didn't see anything, right? So Will says, I gotta talk to you. So I said, about what? He said, you know what? And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, oh, you know what I'm talking. I said, well, I have no idea. What are you talking about? What we need to finish today? Like, I'm trying to get that out. So he said, no, we need to talk. So he said, listen, I made a call. Some papers are going to come here today. I need you to sign them. And I said, why am I signing papers? And he said, listen, I'm trying to protect you. So he says 3 things that make me scared, because I fear no man but Allah. But I don't fear nothing but Allah. And he said that you remember the transsexual, I hope I'm saying it right, who got caught with Eddie Murphy. He said, you know what happened to him, right? And I had no idea what happened to the trans.
Shalimar Sehulia, July 6, 1976, April 22, 1998. Known professionally as a Shamar or Atisan Silua, was an American Somalian transgender dancer and public figure who gained infamy when she was seen getting into the car of the actor Eddie Murphy. I did hear about that. There was another transsexual that spoke about Eddie Murphy sleeping with a transgender. Now the thing I want to know is, did Eddie Murphy knew this was a transgender? First of all, why is Eddie Murphy paying to have sex with a prostitute? My bad, I'm sorry, y'all. Why is Eddie Murphy paying to have sex with a prostitute? The same thing, I heard the same thing about Lil Baby. Now, why is y'all paying to have sex with a prostitute? Like, y'all Eddie Murphy, y'all Lil Babies, y'all, there's so much whores that would sleep with y'all. Oh, like, don't care. So why is y'all paying for that? And I don't understand that, but I don't know.
Sexual, they got caught in the car with Eddie Murphy.
Me either. What happened?
So I go home and Google it. They murdered him. Or the transsexual. I don't know to say him or her. I don't know what's politically correct. So I hope I'm not offending anyone.
It's transgender, but
okay, transgender.
Trans woman.
So okay. So they said, now you can Google this yourself. This is one of the things he said. They said that the transgender that was caught in the car with Eddie Murphy, where Eddie Murphy paid this guy to have oral sex, or the transgender to have oral sex, was about to start doing interviews. And back then, they paid, the internet wasn't big. They paid you gobs of money to do interviews. Mm-hmm. And they said that the transgender person locked herself out the house, tied some sheets together from a roof, and tried to swing into the apartment from the roof. This is documented. Do you know anybody that get locked out the house that's going to tie some sheets together and swing into their apartment from the roof? Mm-mm. Okay. All right.
You just break a window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I want people to Google that. So this is what he told me. And I go home and I'm on AOL. Plug-in. Not high-speed internet at this time. And I was like, oh, shit. They murdered this person, right?
Who murdered him? Who murdered him? It's starting to make you think, right? Like, example, Whitney Houston. Somebody murdered her. Who murdered her? Again, Whitney Houston's daughter. Somebody murdered her. Who murdered her? They both died the same way. That don't seem kind of weird to anybody? How both of them died the same way? It's weird. Both of them died in the tub? That's weird.
Then he told me that he made a song called You Saw My Blinker. But Will's claim to fame in rap is he never cursed on records, right? We'd agree, right? In that song, he calls the woman a bitch several times.
I swerved left and I swerved right, but she was still tailgating me too damn tight.
to the left lane. I tried to switch, then you saw my blinker, bitch.
So I believe it's like, you saw my blinker, bitch. And then now I tell people to go Google that too. And he's talking about slapping the lady he talking crazy. So he said, the powers that be got me to do that song. And he said, they said it will never make a light of day and they'll always protect me, even though I say I don't cuss in records. So I go home, I Google that. I do the search engine on that. It comes back, Will cussing on records. I said, this is crazy. Why haven't nobody ever called him out saying he never cussed on records? And he's obviously calling women bitches and talking about he gonna slap somebody on this record. Then he said, he referenced the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the first Aunt Viv, of how he got rid of her on the show, right? And she'll never work again. And he said, I don't want this for you. And I said, yo.
So Will Smith had some type of power with some very powerful people. He had some power with some very powerful people, and I believe to this day he still have power with some very powerful people. You know, like this is a guy who supposedly didn't get arrested for slapping Chris Rock, even though I thought that was staged. This is a guy who still went to the Grammy, still got himself a Grammy, still got himself a reward. It just is like, this is a very powerful person. This guy remind me of Diddy. Just again, Diddy was a little more wild, and Diddy was crossing the line with some powerful people. Will Smith haven't crossed the line yet with any powerful people, and I think he know why. And that's what's going on to me. Look like.
I never went back.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
Never went back.
You didn't sign the papers?
I didn't sign the papers. I didn't talk to Will. I went to go stay with one of my friends, and I just disappeared for a minute. But this is the craziest thing ever. Guess who brought us back together?
Who?
Jada.
Really?
She calls me personally and says, I am having an event and I would like you to be there. She said, it's at the Celebrity Center.
Okay.
And I said, well, what is that? She said, oh, it's just a place where a bunch of celebrities get together and, Will's going to be there and I just want y'all to be happy and, I want y'all still to be friends, and this don't even sound like her. So I didn't go. I get a call from another one of her assistants and said, oh, Jada's having another event at the Celebrity Center and she wants you to be there. So I said, all right, give me the address, give me all the information. I Google it. Guess what she was trying to get me to come?
Where?
To a Scientology center.
Oh.
Oh yeah. They are Scientology. I don't know what that religion's about, but that's her religion. Her religion is Scientology. I don't know what it's really about, but that's what they believe. That's what him and her and Will Smith are into. Scientology, whatever that crap is.
I said, okay, no, thank you. You can't even make these stories up. You can't even make these stories up. So Will and I end up getting.
So the Celebrity Center is called the Scientology Center.
Yes, yeah, but it's owned by the Church of Scientology. Okay. Which I have a whole chapter in the book about, because Jada went in on that as well as Will, and that was the sickest display of behavior I've ever saw.
Give me some examples.
So all right, so we get back, even though I didn't go to Scientology Center, Will would, have these little events at his house. Mm-hmm. But you have people from the church and Scientology there are trying to recruit people to get into Scientology. then Will would give all these books to people. I believe the book was Dianetics or something like that. And some different other ones.
I read that book when I
Okay.
was doing research years ago on
Okay.
Scientology. Never was interested in it, but I've always been fascinated with
I did
religions
read the
and
book.
stuff.
I did read
That's
the book. though.
some bullshit.
Yes,
though.
yeah. And if you read it, you can be like, this is a cult.
They hook you up to a machine.
Oh,
and
man.
They press clear and all your depression is gone.
But you got to pay for it. Now, hey, Sister Tasha, listen, you can't leave the beautiful things out of situations.
You gotta pay.
You got to put
I think the machine was like $2,000 or something.
Listen, then you got to pay for the courses. But I write, there's 2 chapters about that.
Okay.
Because they end up, opening up a school and that I don't even want to unpack that, but just to know that is how me and Will got back together. They were trying to recruit me into Scientology, and it just never that never played out.
Damn. Okay. So did Jada say anything to you? Like when she called, she just invited you and then
She just called me. It was crazy. She called me out of the blue and invited me to the Celebrity Center. But when you hear Celebrity Center, you're not thinking about Scientology. So I just happened to Google the address because I'm like, yo, are they trying to set me up? It's been it's been about 3-4 months, So I'm just like, this is odd. She know I don't really rock with her.
Yeah.
And she's made it perfectly clear that she don't like me.
Let's talk about that real quick. I mean, why, and I know you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, why don't you and Jada fuck with each other? Like, what happened?
So here's the thing. Jada didn't want anybody who had street sense around Will that would give him the ability to look at their disturbed relationship.
All suits are $49 to $99. End of season sale is here. 3-piece suits $89.
Y'all see the Latin premiere with my man Big Will? You know what I mean? 8 months. Style. I'm 8 months vegan, getting this weight down. Letting it shine, baby. You see the glow? Vegan? Yeah. You see the glow? We doing it. He got his nipples out. All feeling all flossy and sexy. Are you embarrassing me?
Right? So her thing was I was too nice to people. Her other thing was that I didn't give her the greetings and salutations that I gave others. So, for example, if I see you somewhere, I'm be like, Sister Tasha, how you doing? Boom, it's a pleasure to see you looking good. I see you still doing your thing. Listen, sister, keep going, keep moving, keep growing, and keep inspiring. And we might hug and keep moving, right? But from that, you might be like, I like that dude. So there were so many people that were just attracted to my light, and she didn't like that. And one of her biggest things was you keep
calling it light. I don't know. I mean, that's what he called it. Yeah, that's what he called it.
Greet me like, well, you're an evil bitch. How am I supposed to greet you with the highest of salutations and you always got an attitude? You don't want to receive. You're coming from a place of darkness. Like, I don't even care and I don't work for you, but I work for you because she runs the show. It ain't no control that Will has because she has all these things on Will that he has to be a puppet.
Like what? Like, is it the homosexual? I mean,
no. We already dispelled that.
Did you and Will ever have closure conversation on that sense?
Heck no. I'm not having heck no. There wasn't no closure.
Did Dwayne Martin ever try to come to you and talk to you?
Listen, because see, here's the thing. When you're dealing with a real cat, it's just like, listen, that's y'all thing. Like, I'm not gay bashing Will. I feel that Will should just come out, right? Because it's going to eventually come out. My problem is Will is hurting more people protecting his secrets, right? Because you're trying to hide all these things and you're building up you're hurting so many people to try to hide what you're doing. So, for example, let's say, like this is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't going to say new. They probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab. And they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're going to pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them, right? Or be in their circumference. Then they're going to say, hey, we need you while these cameras rolling to go in there and take some money out of our pocket. You know, we left some money in the coat pocket. Go in the room, the cameras is going. Go in there and take that money out.
Do they know the cameras is going?
Yeah, they're telling them, because this is the setup that if they hire you, or when they hire you, if you decide that you want to expose something, they gonna discredit you. Oh, this person's a junkie. We love them, but we had to pay for their rehab. We got video of them stealing money out of our pocket. You know, they'll tell you, hey, give you your credit card, go shopping. Go get yourself some sneakers, a jacket, a hat, high end.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then Jada will report the credit card stolen, but they won't press charges. So if you ever try to give information on Willard,
so they really extorting you. That's really what they doing. Extorting you.
Jada, they automatically discredit you. So now it's like, why do you think people don't speak up? Why are not people speaking up? They can get a bag. I know when I'm offered for book deals. I know when I'm being offered, right? So it's the discredit game. If they clear to break their NDA, they're going to say, oh, man, this person's a junkie. Then, they're going to have some sexual acts on you. It's all kind of stuff they do. This is why people don't come forward. This is why people don't come forward.
God damn, why can't people just be real?
Here's the thing, Tasha. It's just Tasha. If you ask somebody, hey, do you got a friend that's the #1 star in Hollywood? How's it to be around him? Nobody can really answer that question but people that's been around Will. And I've been his friend for 30-something years, but during the end of it, he wasn't my friend, and worked with him for several years. So I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Big Willie, you know what I'm saying? LA book tour. Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book.
Your picture's in the book and your name is in the book. So you're doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up.
I love that.
I'm blowing you up.
My God, Big Will, we're gonna see y'all in a minute.
What page you on? We're gonna see what page you on. The chapter is purpose. You're in the chapter is purpose.
Wow.
Yeah, purpose. Let me see. Where's Bilal at? Where Bilal at? Hold on, let me see where you at. Hold on, you in here. Your picture too.
I love it.
Chapter purpose, where you come to New York. To Africa. Saying excited. We ain't gonna do this right now.
Right.
You right here. You need to. My boy Bilal.
Right.
Ended up losing 100 pounds during the training and filming.
I love it.
That's what we talked about, the African experience. Yeah, my boy Bilal Salam. You see that? That's your name.
So this is why there's a lot of people that want to hear my story. I'm giving you a true, authentic story.
Some people might look at him and be like, man, this guy's a scumbag, like him. They might be like, well, you're kind of just, why is you exposing this guy who's been your friend, who you knew for 40 years? But then again, he just said that was never his friends. He was his friend. He was his friend, but Will Smith was never his friend. That's something that's you could take to your own opinion. If the guy gonna put you in a book, you had to be special to him, right? If he gonna put you in his book, you had to be special to him at some point. Like they had to be a level of special. There had to be a level where you were like, you were special to him, and that he rocked with you. My opinion, because is him exposing this guy, is he wrong for that? Well, I don't know if he's wrong for that. To my opinion, I don't know if he's wrong for that, because again, I don't know what Will Smith did for him to expose Will Smith. I don't know. I'm be honest with you. If Will Smith my friend and his wife is the problem, I'm gonna stay away from both of them. Me exposing anything, I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm gonna stay away from both of them. This is my opinion.
Then it's like, okay, well, they can't describe.
But is he a bad person for saying, oh, Will Smith is who? This is what Will Smith was doing. Blase, blase, blase. No, he's not a bad person for that. That doesn't, to my eye, that doesn't make him a snake, but still. Only thing I'm arguing is that you said Will Smith wasn't your friend. You was his friend, but Will Smith wasn't your friend. But to my opinion, I go and say, probably no. It looked like he was your friend because he put you in a book. If you're my friend, I'm not. If you wasn't my friend, I'm not gonna put you in a book. Just my opinion.
Brother say, well, he ain't got no money, he ain't doing this, he ain't popping. You look at the Instagram, I'm winning. I'm placing major products with major people. Period. Getting it. I chose to leave the business because this is what happened. So let me tell you what happened with Will and I. Of course, I'm in Will's book, and I get a call from his people saying, hey,
y'all, Hello Commander wants to give back this Christmas season. Use code Xmas25.
Will, we're just calling to let you know that Will has you in the book. And I was like, okay. I said, he don't have to do that because I don't know what's in there. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, okay, like, right? I said, oh, no. I said, I appreciate it, but no, I'm good. So, they was like, no, it's not anything bad. So they tell me, what they said about, when we were in Africa and how pretty much, I was just that beacon of light to inspire people and, help get this guy through Ali, which just was a hard film to do, and then transition into Men in Black. So, he just talks about, that and so forth and so on, which is a good thing. But on the interim, as you see from my Instagram, I know a lot of celebrities and I place products. So his team was like, hey, could you do some gift boxes for us for Will's book that we can give to celebrities and so forth and then help promote the book? I said, okay, no problem. I can do that. So now this is somebody talking on behalf of Will. So I end up having a meeting with some of Jada people and some of Will people, but at this point, everything is just Team Jada. Will's people are just there to do whatever Jada says.
Hold on for a second. Hey guys, there's somebody outside the room yelling. Okay, go ahead.
All right, what I picked up from?
You said somebody was getting some water or something like that?
Water, hold
on.
Okay.
She said water? Where the frick she get water from? Someone's getting water.
Oh, goodness.
I know.
That wouldn't have been good.
Okay, go ahead. So, you're in Africa. Basically, you're talking about him putting you in the book.
Oh, no, I'm talking about them help me. They wanted me to help them with their book. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, me doing a product placement, they wanted me to help Will with the book, with the book in terms of giving it to celebrities and creating a gift box with gifts that will include the book. So, I go to have a meeting at Will's office with Jada team and Will team. Mm-hmm. And when I'm talking about the first meeting, they treated me like I was a piece of shit. You would have really thought that I was a nobody and was just trying to get on. Now, you got to imagine, they seeked my help and with this. And I was just like, these people is crazy. Next meeting I go to, I record the meeting. And I'm talking about, I got them. Mm-hmm. I got them. Period. I got them. I mean, just
what were they saying to you? Were they?
So they was like, so how many companies can you bring? And I brought a sample of the gift box and everything, right? Yeah. That I would do and so forth and so on. And they was like asking me, well, are these people paying you? And what do you do with the money? And I'm like, what concern is that? Then it was a girl named Fawn. Now, Fawn has been with Jada for 34 years, just an evil witch, and she's in the book as well, too. She asked me a question. I got all of this recorded. I'll let you hear a little bit after it's over. Because in the book, just so you know, each chapter, after you finish a chapter, each chapter will have a QR code. And you can put your phone on that QR code, and whatever I said in that chapter, it goes to a website and give you the evidence of anything that I talked about.
Okay, that's dope.
So, and then of course I showed you how I'm doing movie trailers for the book.
Okay.
Right, like full-on produced movie trailers.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
We're doing billboards, right? Where like it's it's going to be a thing because right now I'm self-publishing. But, since I've been doing interviews, book, people have been offering me book deals. So I need to decide whether I'm going to do it.
Just do Amazon.
Do Amazon. Just do. Okay, got it. Got it.
And promote your book on shows like this.
Okay, got it. Thank you for that information.
No
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Thank you for that information because I want to write me a book. So thank you for letting me know that. I definitely learned a lot more how to do that. I want to write me a book too.
So I started to record them, and then it got to the point where they said, "Oh, we don't need you no more." I said, "Ho." I contact all my clients. I have them ship hundreds of thousands of dollars of product in, right? Will wanted me to do this, right? This is what I do for a living. I don't cut hair on the side. I don't shovel. I do celebrity product placement. This is what I do. There's nobody that has the type of placements that I have, period. So they said, yeah, we don't need you. So I said, well, what am I going to do with all my clients that I told to ship all this stuff? Their reply is like, we don't know, because you ain't really have nothing to do with this anyway. I said, oh, okay. Now, they don't know I recorded them.
Okay.
All our meetings, I started recordings.
Okay.
Saved all the emails, everything. I reach out to Will to say, hey, dude, they trying to, what's going on? No response. I reach out to Will again. No response. Then the slap happens. Now, I can't get in touch with him, but I can get in touch with Dwayne Martin because Dwayne Martin called me after the slap to say what he had to say.
What did he say?
Oh, so all this is happening. So all this was kind of like, damn, this wasn't even. So this man was still rocking with Will Smith. Oh no, he still knew Will Smith. Doing after that slap. Goodness sake.
Will had his Tupac moment. I said, this guy's a fucking clown. This guy's a fucking clown. Both of them. That's what Dwayne Martin called me to say. Then even in the book for it as the QR code, his number is going to be, redacted, but showing that his number called into me. So certain ones will be there, like the 818 and whatever the case may be, right? I said, this guy is a clown. He said, Will has his Tupac moment and let people keep talking shit. I said, Will just almost destroyed him. I didn't say that to him, but I'm thinking, because these people don't want to hear any other opinion that is not in agreement with theirs. So mentally, I'm thinking, Will just destroyed himself. And it's going to take a blessing from Allah and a lot of hard work to redeem who he was. And then we seen everything unravel after that.
When did you find out about Will and Jada separating?
Oh yeah, I already knew that. So, all right, this is another thing that takes so long to unpack, but I'll make it quick. And this is going to be very devastating, but just follow along with me. And I ask your listeners to just listen to it slow and clear.
Mm-hmm.
Huggies Double Grip Strips versus Baby Gear.
First, I never even knew her and Will Smith were separated. So they're not divorced, they're just separated, I'm guessing.
Will it stay put? A toy piano?
There already been problems in Will and Jada's relationship with Jada's attitude and disrespect of Will, and her committing adultery with multiple men. Now, be it that they share sexual partners sometime, where other people call it swinging or whatever, but in Will's mind, that's an understanding that they have. So if they choose to bring in another man or another woman in their relationship, that where after that's done, that's where it ends, right? And Jada would go outside of that, of having sex with other people.
Duh, that's common sense though. You're opening a door for a female to think about it. To these females, cause I've heard stories of females being okay with their husband doing swinger parties. If it could be a whole threesome where it could be the girl, the husband, and them. But you're opening the door of cheating. He's now gonna cheat on you. He's not gonna step out and cheat because you have opened that door. It's still cheating. Just because you're right there doesn't mean he's not cheating. He's still cheating. In the eyes of God, it's still cheating. Let's say you don't believe in God and you want to live your own life. It doesn't matter. It's still wrong. And he is gonna step out. He's gonna step out and do his own thing, or she's gonna step out and do her own thing. That's how people end up dying. That's how people end up dying because this guy is smashing your wife. I'm guessing that motherfucker too good. Now he end up falling in love with this woman, and now guess what? There's some type of soul tie going around, and now you end up getting killed. I'm letting you this right now, man. There's this guy named Adam, 22, man. He letting everybody bang his wife. If that man don't find a way to stop that, I'm telling you right now, I feel bad for him. I really feel bad for what's going on because he got a little girl, and that's gonna end up bad. That's gonna end up bad because that little girl's gonna grow up, and kids are very mean. And kids are going to be mean to this little girl because of her parents' choices. So, but another thing too, I feel is that Adam 22 is going in these. Adam 22 is as the husband. He's falling. He's really digging a hole for himself because I feel like eventually a dude's gonna be smashing your wife, and he's gonna say, you know what? He's gonna end up falling in love with your wife. For whatever reason it is, he's gonna fall in love with your wife. And he's probably gonna end up taking your life. Probably gonna take your life and try to be with your woman. One way or another, something bad's gonna end and happening. Same thing with Monique. Monique is she have an open relationship where she can bang this guy, and he can bang this woman. It's eventually those things end disastrous. They end horrible. They end horrible, and that's just the honest truth. So when this person starts stepping out, you can't be mad at them. You already opened that door. Just because you was there while they was sucking and banging that dude or that female, it doesn't mean nothing. It's still cheating, and they're gonna feel, you know what? I can step out. I can do whatever I want to do because it's a door that was already open when you guys did the swinging and all the other nonsense. That's filthy.
And that would destroy Will, right? And, you know, when Jada goes into her rants on Will, you know, she tell him he got a little dick, he can't fuck and all, like, that begins to chip at a man's soul. That hurts. Like, dude, it's like...
Damn. Your wife talking to you like that? It's crazy.
Getting, like a slave getting whipped for your woman to say that you can't please her, or, you know...
So according to you saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, yeah. Oh, when she get... Oh, listen. A lot of people have... I mean, Jada has said worse, right? Jada has said worse because she's out of control, and Will cannot control her. You understand what I'm saying? So, and at this point, you know, I would have conversations with Will, and I see the decay. I'm not working with him at this time, but I'm still his friend. I'm at all the events.
Yeah.
You can look on Instagram, hugging me, B, this my guy, all this kind of stuff, right? But I know not to say nothing because years ago, I tried to say, yo, this chick is playing. Like, you a trick. Like, I didn't say it like that, but essentially I'm saying, Will, like, you know, you buying a Ferrari, shopping sprees, getting private jets. And you just came from being bankrupt, and you trying to impress this girl and about to go through a divorce, and you spending all this money trying to impress this chick that's from Baltimore, that's obviously promiscuous. Like, dude, get it together. And you know, I've been there before too. It's like sometimes when a woman is just really good in bed, it takes...
Man, nobody give a freak, bro. Like, that's just me. I don't care how good you good. I don't care how good your coochies is or how good you give good head. I don't give a freak about none of that. At the end of the day, it's respect. You gonna respect me. You gonna respect me. I don't care how good you can ride, how good you can suck, how good you can speak dirty. I don't care. It's respect. You gonna respect me. I'm gonna respect you. It come both hands, hand in hand. And if a man's still in a relationship because the woman know how to sexual please him real good, then you know he have no respect for himself, and he's a slave to sex. He's a slave to sex. He's a slave to his what? Well, that woman can control him at this point because now he become a slave to her. Because all she gotta do is use her body to get whatever she want, and it's just those what make weak men. Those what make weak men. Females like that make a man weak, but those what make weak men is when a woman can use her body and still be able to control you and tell you, still have this power over you because she's able to suck you, bang you, do all these sexual stuff to you, and she has this control over you, and you don't know how to step out and say, I don't care about none of that. You're gonna respect me as a man. You're gonna respect me as your husband, and that's sad.
It take a mental thing to shake that, to say, yo, this chick not, like, I'm cohabitating with a woman that I shouldn't be cohabitating with. And this is something that maybe just the men audience is going to understand. Like, you got to shake that thing because they're controlling you physically. But Jada being a slick, Baltimore chick and having the tutelage of pimps and hustlers and they giving her the game how to succeed on some sly shit. And I see her applying this game because I'm from the street to my guy. But he's so, I want her and, she the baddest chick and so forth and so on, that he not paying attention to nothing. Nothing. Man, he cussed me out so bad. Tell me to stay the fuck out of his bed. He ain't never talked to me like that. Ever. And I was just, ever since then, listen, nothing. Even when he hit me and said, he had thoughts of suicide and all that kind of stuff. But let me go back into the story because this gets really deep. So when I hear her talk to him like that, I can understand, because sometimes you can beat a person so much that they fall into submission. And
that's true.
That is where Will is at, And
that's true. Sometimes you can talk so much bad down to a person, and if they're weak mentally, bro, you can beat them down until where they just. People say word like I don't know what dummy came with that saying, stone might break my bone, but word will never hurt me. That's not true. Not true at all. Words are very powerful, and they can break someone. If I speak about a dude's mom right now who have passed away, I've damaged that person. I might well just shoot him. If I go and talk about a nigga mom right now, let's say me and nigga get into an argument, and I'm talking about his mama, I'm talking about his grandma, and let's say these people are not around. Let's just say supposedly, allegedly, mama not around, the grandma's not around, and I'm talking crazy like that, I'm probably gonna get killed. I'm probably gonna end up getting slapped. I'm probably gonna have to fight somebody. You understand? And that's not because words don't mean nothing, because it does. It does. So, yeah, you want to break somebody down, you can break them down by word. The Bible even let us know that words are powerful. The Bible said that there's life and death in the power of your tongue. So yeah, it's words are very powerful, and watch how you speak to people, because you can bring death or life, and it's just, again, that goes by the Bible, and it's just the honest truth. So yeah, you can break somebody down. And I've seen a lot of females. It's usually ugly dudes. When I say ugly, I'm talking about ugly in the inside that break down good females. They call them you bad, you good for nothing, you whore, and they already beating her. She's already getting beat physically, and now she's getting beat spiritually. When I say spiritually, I'm talking about words, because words are spirits. So now you're breaking down this woman, this man. You're beating his ass already physically, and now you're beating her ass with the words, with words coming out your mouth. And I think the words are worse, or more worse than the physical beatings, even though the physical beating is bad too. It's just horrible, bro. Just horrible, bro. Just horrible.
And she would say things like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put that strap on. I'm gonna put my Tim boots, my baseball cap and strap on and teach you a lesson." And I'm just like, yo, I'm serious.
But for her to say that, you know what? For her to say that, because she already done that already. That's why. For a female to say that and to be strong about it and say, yeah, because she already have done it already. She already got the strap on, put on the Timberland boots, had on the hat back, had the Philly hat backwards, and she was acting like the nigga, talking crazy to him, damn near breaking his inside, damn near destroying his inside, damn near power driving his inside, because she have done that already.
And I'm just like, yo, this is the #1 actor in Hollywood. Why is he taking? I can't even understand it. But now I have a greater understanding because she took his pride away. He didn't think he was worthy. He didn't think.
I know he said he had had a sex therapist because he was determined to please Jada sexually.
Let me just say.
When he talked about that, I said, what?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You can't please a woman who's been banged by who been banged since she was a kid, bro. I'm letting you know right now, bro. That's just the reason why people say it's too much body's bad for you. That goes for a woman and that goes for a man. You cannot please them once they've been begging since middle school, once they've been begging since elementary school, once they've been begging since they were like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. You can't please them people. Only God could change them and hopefully took all them soul ties and demons out of them. That's only any way you're able to please that person. But once that person been banging since a teenager, since like 12 years old, bro, I don't care how big your penis. Your penis could be 10 inches. She been getting 10 inches penis since middle school till now. You can't do nothing. He been getting coochie since middle school until you met him. You can't. It's nothing you can do for him. It's nothing you can do for him. It's nothing you can do for her. That's who they are. That's just too much body, too much soul tie. It's too much demon in there. It's no matter what you do, bro. I don't care if you freaking. I don't want to say something I'm not going to even say it. I don't care what you do, bro. You can't do too much for this person. This person is already gone. They've been banging since a little kid. They've been banging since they were in middle school. They've been banging since they were in elementary school. They've been getting played with since, you can't please that person. You cannot please that person. That person is going to be hard to be pleased. It's going to be hard to be pleased. It's going to be hard. They've been getting about 7, 8 inches of penis, and you coming around with the 5-inch penis. They like, who the freak is this nigga? What the freak is this? They've been getting 8-inch penises in middle school, and you come with the 5-inch penis. They like, we don't want this nigga. You can't. There's nothing you can do. It's over. It's over. There's nothing you can do. She been getting this. I know this gonna go to YouTube, but man, she been getting eaten out since he been getting his penis blowing up since in middle school, and now you trying to give him oral sex, and it's not the same because he's been getting it since middle school by like damn near 50, 60 different females until he met you. So it's, man, if you're trying to please a female sexually and she's already been getting piped since middle school, bro, you might well just cut it, man. You chasing a cat that's damn near can't be chased. That goes for a female and men, my opinion.
What you mean you was determined with everything in you to please Jada sexually?
Let me say that to you, Sister Tasha. If a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg, and you come in with a pinky toe, she not gonna be satisfied.
Thank you.
So you saying Will do got a small?
I don't know what I'm just saying.
Bro, even if he had a small penis, bro. Even if he had a small penis, if you're a woman and you know, I mean, I don't know what a small penis is because I don't know what I would have to talk to a female about that. Only a female could tell me what do they mean by a small penis. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Are we talking about, like, when we say small, what is small to you? 5 inches could be small to a female. You know what I'm saying? So what is small? Like, what small we talking about? We talking about, like, what does that mean? So I don't understand. I can't understand that. You understand? But I do know if she's a female, she love you, she have not been used and abused. I care. I don't know how small your junk is. She can work with it. You feel me? She can work with it. She can find something to do. She can still be pleased because she wasn't ran through by a lot of people. Vice versa with a dude. If he wasn't ran through by a lot of females, and you don't know how to please him the way if you don't know how to please him like that, he's not gonna bother and ask. He's not gonna go crazy because he never got ran through by a lot of females. He never ran through a lot of females, or better yet, he never got ran through by a lot of females. So he no matter what's the sexual thing that you do, even if it's a small thing, he still's pleased with it because he's not corrupt in his mind. He's not corrupt. At least he's not fully corrupt. Same thing for a female.
You know, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars. You can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby toe, if she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. And if she used to getting the baby leg and you ain't bringing the baby leg, whether you the #1 star in Hollywood, whether you buy her a big mansion, you give her access to money, she gonna go get that baby leg. Period.
So who do you know according to you now, that Jada slept with?
Well, it's some celebrity people, and I wouldn't throw them under the bus because they haven't done anything to me. The reason why, and not that I'm even throwing them under the bus, you know. So really quick, so back to the thing about the book. When Will didn't come to my defense, I lost a lot of money, I lost a lot of clients, and I hired a lawyer. And, you know, Will lawyer called me, a guy by the name of Ken Hertz, who is a piece of shit, who is against our people. And then he tried to come in a situation and kind of threaten me, but that didn't work. I kept on. When the slap happened, they asked me, please let us get through this, right? Because it was, imagine if I would have came out with all this stuff during the slap. And then even though he
should have done that. He should have done that. Should have came out with all that stuff, just like with P. Diddy, you know, when everybody just came, when everybody was just coming at him. He should have done that. He should have done that.
Will is not being my friend and allowing Jada to just crush me, right? I just didn't have the heart to do it after that slap situation. I mean, I really must say, when I made Salat, sometimes I would cry, right? To see just how much back, because I thought Will was going to kill himself because he's already fragile from dealing with Jada. I thought this would be the straw to break his back, to where he want to take his life, because Will has talked about taking his own life before. So let's go back to the other story of Jada stepping out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this has already been out there, but I can confirm it. So when they did Hawthorne, Jada started fucking with Mark Anthony, who is J-Lo's husband, right?
Who used to be J-Lo husband.
They did a TV show called Hawthorne.
Is that why they divorced?
So
Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony.
Yeah. So so let me go a little bit deeper.
Go ahead.
Let's go a little bit deeper. So this is a full-on relationship on the set, like romantic relationship. Not okay, I just gave him some pussy and you know that's it. Like it's a relationship. So, you know, Will hears about this and kind of devastated. At this point, this is where you see all the papers are going crazy. A divorce is imminent and so forth and so on. The final straw is when Will came home and caught Jada fucking Mark Anthony on the couch at their home, right? And this devastated Will. Right, I even had a conversation when Will wanted to kill herself. Right,
not over no pussy.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: when they're together, Will's comfortable with that. Will's comfortable with someone fucking his wife when he.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't even make any sense. That's how the doors are open. So you're comfortable with somebody else having sex with your wife, but you're uncomfortable when you're not there. Like, that doesn't make any sense. If she's already a freaking sexual deviant female, she gonna get its penis whether you're there or not there. She doesn't care. But again, you, sir, as the husband, you open the door for that. You did that. You did that.
He's there. Is when he's not there, is the insecurities, because I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that there's a comfortability when men and women come in to have sex with them. Will's fine with that. So when this happened, like, Will kind of went crazy. You know, they would talk about the divorce rumors and so forth and so on. It was big crisis management. Many people tell you Will was driving around California. I mean, just, he's gone. He brought Dwayne a club called Zen Lounge, and Will would come in there and just be drinking, and like, just, this wasn't the Will. And one of the things that Jada has over him, Will lost it and beat the shit out of Jada. I mean, beat the dog shit out of her. That so bad that they had to make a makeshift hospital in their home so that it couldn't get out to the public. So that pain of Will seeing Jada fucking Mark Anthony on their couch in their home, right? Because he know they were already fucking on the.
I mean, when they were in the red table, right? The way Jada Pinkett was talking to that man disrespectfully, you just thought there was something wrong. I just, from that day, I looked at this nigga, I'm like, oh, this nigga weak. He's sitting there and this woman is talking crazy, talking all high. Oh, you know, you did a lot worse. Oh, you know, you did, like, she's clearly saying, I have my reason why I was banging this guy. I was banging our son friend. I have my reasons. And he just standing there with these little tears in his eyes, and I'm like, gosh, damn it. I would hate to be you right now. I would hate to be you right now, dude. Like, what in the smoking crack is happening? Like, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe what I was seeing. I was like, my goodness. And this is when I couldn't watch Fresh Prince no more. I couldn't watch freaking Ali no more. I just couldn't do it because I'm like, man, Ali, who I knew had down there, I didn't know him, but Ali, who freaking was a man who stepped on stuff, and he stepped on stuff. Ain't no female gonna walk up to me, oh yeah, I'm begging you, like, man, Ali, man, come on, bro, stop out of here. So I couldn't understand this Will Smith dude. I'm like, bro, your lady's sitting there talking about how she's getting her back blown, and all you could do was sit there and cry. I couldn't believe it, bro. Couldn't believe it. I would have flipped the whole red table over, drag her by the hair, and we would have had a big, bro. What this nigga was talking about Will Smith did privately, that's what would have happened publicly. I'm just keeping it real, man, like, because that's foul. But again, I can't be mad at any of them because Will Smith is the one that opened the door. Because once you doing swinging things, you're swinging around and you have other people coming in to bang your wife, you have other people coming in to bang your husband, then you open the door for somebody to get cheated on. You open the door for things to go upside down. You open the door to get murdered. Because people do get murdered. You guys ain't know that. People do get killed. People do get disrespected because you're already disrespecting the relationship. Things do go sour from there. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Things do go bad, and this is why I feel like hey, I never seen it happen, never heard it happen, but couples shouldn't be having sex with other couples. Well, no, I've said not seen it. I've heard it, but couples shouldn't be having sex with other couples. And example, I'm gonna give you this example, right? Like, let's say me being married, me being a married man, and me having and I just say I have a let's say I have like, let's say my brother, he's married. Let's just say, right? Let's just say for some reason we all just end up being to a point where I'm having sex with my wife, he's having sex with his wife, and we both in the same room. That should never happen. It should be a respect for marriage. It should be respect for wife. It should be respect for husband. It shouldn't be that comfortable where those things can happen. Because now you're opening the door for something bad to happen, bro. Point blank, period.
The set. This is fact. He just couldn't take it, and he whipped her ass so much that she had to get face surgery and everything. If you look at her face, you could see where she had surgery around her cheeks and all that stuff. So we don't want that to get out there.
Let me see. I think he's right too. Let me see something real quick. See, she ain't got no surgery. This hurt no more cheeks. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Let me see.
Have you noticed how going viral on TikTok doesn't translate over to YouTube? Well, I found
What's going on? No. Man, I need the images, man. What y'all doing? I don't even see no video. I need the image. Give me the image. I guess it's right here, right? Let me see. Let me go to the old. Let me go to the old jitter. Old jitter. Go to the old jitters. You got this picture here. And then you got something like this. I don't know.
found an app called TubeBuddy. It helps you go viral on YouTube.
This is another thing.
How did you find out about it?
I talked to Will. Will was a basket case. Will was a damn basket case. Like I told you, his lover, Dwayne Martin, and anybody can see it on the records. That club was owned by Will. That's what I'm saying. These private investigators brought me everything to support what I am saying. So that lounge, Dwayne Martin said it was owned by Will. Will brought him that. The Bentley, Will brought him that. The home he lived in, Will gave him the money. Boom. Some of the roles that Dwayne Martin got, Will called BET to get him on there. Like, this is factual stuff. We're not dealing in speculation. I'll let everybody else speculate because they're not from the inside. You know, I'm from the inside giving you the information to the outside. So, you know, that's when she gained supreme control over Will. And as you see, she put so she got rid of all of the top guys around Will, you know, that were real friends and replaced them with her people. If you look at Jada, she got her mom and all her friends with her, a big teams of people, because Will don't want to be known as a woman beater. And he beat the shit out of her and wanted to.
Man, these athletes, not athletes, but these celebrities are beating the bricks out of these women, what? You just seen what happened to, to P. Diddy doing that to Cassie. And now you hear Will Smith being his wife, allegedly. You know? Nah, dude. I mean, would you call that person a woman beater if they did it one time? Or just, I mean, I don't know, man. That's something deep that you probably would have. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
kill himself at this point. But I'm not saying that I condone it, but I can see how a man coming home and seeing his.
Oh, definitely. I could see. I don't condone it, but then I can't be mad at him. Nigga, you coming home from work, there's a nigga bending your wife over, putting that penis in your wife. Yeah. I probably like, what the freak? I'm surprised he ain't kill nobody. I'm surprised he ain't shoot people. Like, that's murder. But again, Will Smith, you open that door when you're having swingers, when you're having open threesomes. That's a door that's open. Will Smith, you open that door.
His wife being fucked on the couch, and you trying to do everything in your power to please this woman. At some point, you gotta know and understand that you cannot please Jada.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Sorry for the language.
And you become complicit in the way she treats other people, even myself. So, somebody said something that's very profound. I did an interview with a guy named Andre Tiller, and, he used to be a big pimp back in the day. He used to call him Gorgeous Dre. And he said to me, how can you expect Will to be your friend, and he don't even know how to be a friend to himself? Right? And this was in personal conversation. Mm-hmm. And I found that to be so profound that I had to forgive Will a certain thing. Like, Will don't even love himself at this point. Will doesn't even have the courage to love himself because this woman has broke him down so much, put all his business out to the street. Like I saw something that Rick Ross just posted a couple of days ago, right, about Jada. And it's just like...
What did he say about Jada? I forgot.
He was just talking about you need to sit down. You really need to sit your ass down. You're a liar and you're a clown. And that's in the paraphrasing of it. But this man is scorned, and he tried him hiding that he's bisexual. I believe that's what it's called. Mm-hmm. Hiding the fact that he beat the shit out of Jada, which he needed hospital care. And there's a number of other things, right? And if you go back and you do the research on Jada and J-Lo relationship, it all starts with Keenen Ivory Wayans.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix.
How so?
Because J-Lo used to dance on Living Color.
Right.
But she was an actress though, but she could also dance. So when they did the movie Low Down Dirty Shame, mm-hmm. it was supposed to go to J-Lo. But Jada did whatever she had to do to get that position.
And then she came in and fucked her husband too? Jada. I don't know. I think that's some motherfucking mafia shit right there.
Let me go a little bit deeper.
If this is true, Jada, that's some mafia shit.
Let me just pull it all together.
Go ahead.
So it's even more credible. When Puffy was with J-Lo, mm-hmm. Will and Jada wanted to fuck Jada. Will and Jada wanted to fuck Diddy and J-Lo, and they were going hard trying to get them. And it's this guy, I believe his name is Mr. Gene Deal, mm-hmm. and he talks about it, right? And I was at that party because.
So you see, all this has been going on, bro. These celebrities been having sex orgies, all type of stuff. So Diddy really did get hit with Diddy really got hit what he got hit with, like he got hit with for prostitution, because everybody in Hollywood is banging everybody. Everybody in Hollywood is having swingers and doing all these weird stuff. So it's like, yo, like Diddy wasn't the only one having these white parties and begging females left and right. You just heard him. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett wanted to have sex with Puffy and J-Lo. So they been doing this. And P. Diddy been on that.
Will used to, for his birthday and different events, do these mm-hmm. lavish parties, and like all that stopped when Jada came in, like start to get control over him. Like, we had people flying out from Philly, 3-4 times a year because Will's doing something big, mm-hmm. Inviting all his friends and all. So it's like the battered syndrome. It's like a man that batters a woman. He takes the family away. He takes the friends away, and he just abuses her and this woman in silence. Well, it's the reverse. Jada got rid of all his friends. So now, and she got all her people into place. So now he's just a beaten, scorned man.
So he won't divorce her because he's afraid that she's going to ruin his career.
Of course.
And I mean, I've kind of always known.
I mean, at this point, I'm not gonna lie. This is when is this? This was 2 years ago. This is 2 years ago. Man, at this point, bro, we in 2025. Will Smith kind of have no career. Nobody's really talking about Will Smith. The last movie Will Smith dropped was Immensation, whatever the name was. I barely watched. I seen it, but I wasn't really like deep into it. I just can't watch any movie Will Smith make. So Will Smith to me is already kind of downgrading. He's kind of already going down the hill, in my opinion.
That like he's just let me just keep her happy and quiet.
Yes, let me just keep her happy and quiet. I don't want people to know, I'm bisexual. I don't want people to know that I'm a fucking woman beater, And there's some other things too. But because see, like I say, you can't feed a baby steak because they can't digest it. I got 38 years of information, right? And I can't give it to you all in an hour or even 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You
can come back.
Okay. Well, I would hope that you.
How long? Hey guys, how long have we been talking? Can you come give me a quote, please? There's a couple more questions I want to ask you too.
Are you getting what you need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. I mean, I'm sure the winos will be quite pleased. It's open. Okay.
Damn.
That's good. So,
is it good? Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
So I don't want it. I hate 3-hour interviews.
Okay.
This is
all right.
too much.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. So divorced 8 years. I mean, not divorced 8 years. Separated 8 years. He talked about so much. You could tell he was so real. Let's talk about this Tupac situation. First of all, when Tupac died, Tupac had a fiance that was at the hospital with him. Why is Jada coming out saying that Tupac was engaged? Like, he proposed to her, he wanted to be with her, and it's coming to the point where the stories keep changing. She won't stop crying about him. It's like she's seeing his ghost or something at night.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
Well, let me not say this because I don't like to deal in speculation. So
okay.
I didn't know Tupac, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because what happens is when you mix the truth with speculation, it all could become speculation. So I don't really know about her and Tupac relationship, but if you're asking me what my opinion is of her stories keep changing and all this kind of stuff, she's trying to stay credible. Like, even though Jada has all this money and access to all this, what she don't have is favorability, and she wants to be loved. So whatever lie she has to tell, whatever she has to do to become favorable, like Will is a favorable guy, even after the slap, even after, all this stuff Jada said about him, you still want to love Will. Period. You still want to love Will, but at the end of the day, Will is complicit in all these crimes, and I'm sure, like, this interview is getting long. I hope you will have me back in the next month as I go to the next phase of getting more information that I have and ready to present it. So we got more of that coming, right? It's like I don't see.
Now you live out the country. I ain't gonna say where you live. You live out the country because you think they're gonna come for you?
Oh, I know they come. Nobody ain't got the info.
I think I'm ending this right here. But yeah, man. Will Smith really out there doing his thing. Like I said, this is one of his friends, supposedly, allegedly, and I guess he's coming out and just saying, this is what this man been doing. How it be. But yeah, again, YouTube, this ain't my video. It is me reacting to it. I'm gonna put it up today, and then y'all probably can watch it tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna shut this down real quick. Another thing too, I want to say, hey, I got another channel, and I hope y'all can go subscribe. Let me go switch to account. I got this channel right here. Freedom We Sing. Go follow me, y'all. Go follow me. Go subscribe. Go share. It's called Freedom We Sing. Go follow me. Go share it. Do what y'all do, man. It's an artist who I'm supporting, and he know how to sing. So y'all go support him. He sing about, if you Haitian, he's really into compa. And he speak about love, speak about, you know, the females, speak about relationship, speak about God and the culture, the Haitian culture, so on, man. It's real good. Y'all go follow him. Yeah, man. I'm out of here. God love. God bless.